Hello to my fiends and friends from down under. If you are watching this video right now, it's because I want you to come see me in America. We're having a LoonCon of sorts. I think it'll be a good time. I think we'll make some memories that we're never gonna forget. We're gonna be staying at the Athenaeum Hotel in Detroit. We can fly into Detroit and, you know, don't worry about a thing. All expenses are paid, so I don't want to hear any excuses as to why you can't come see me. I'm super excited to meet you guys. So bonne nuit, bon rêve, bonne heure de choses. Bye-bye.
Hi Boo Boo, just wanted to call to say that I'm running late, sorry. I got stuck in the office and I'm only just about to leave work. Can't wait to celebrate our 4-year anniversary tonight. I love you and I'll see you soon.
Okay, we're on our way to LoonCon. We're out the door. Hi Gremlins! We'll see you in a week. Be nice to your babysitter. This is gonna be so much fun. Loon, we'll see you really soon. Bye!
Okay, so if you're hearing this, either something went terribly wrong and you have pulled this phone out of the rubble, or you're me listening back to this so I can delete it later because everything was fine. But just in case, to my family, some of my family, I love you. Look, I know I get nervous about things, about traveling, about meeting new people, about going new places. And maybe this is just that. Maybe this is just another one of those moments. Probably is. Something doesn't feel right, and I don't know. But the sky looks wrong, and the plane feels wrong. And for once, I don't think it's just me. So, if this is it, I just wanted to make sure I got to say goodbye. I had some really good people in my life, people I wish I had more time with. People I should have told sooner how much they meant to me. But at least I get to say it now. That's something, right?
Hey, hon, you alright in there?
Oh,
We're about to serve lunch.
Yeah, sorry. Just needed a minute.
Well, take your time, but don't let the pasta get cold.
Right.
Not saying it's good, but it's definitely better hot.
Out in a bit.
This is the last time you'll hear my voice, 'cause I can't imagine you'll hear a thing through the dark and empty void. So I'll send this out while I'm still alive. I love you all and I hope you survive.
Hello, fiends and friends. We are live. Everybody is here. You can all say hello now. We got yeah. I'm gonna point where they are for me. It might not look the same for them. We got a Peaches, we got a Yuzu, we got an Alex McFadden, we got an Archvillain Ethan, and we got a Jade. Jade face reveal. Jade was on our D&D game, so I don't know what you talking about. Our music is so quiet. I'm gonna turn this up just a hair. Hello, we are playing 10 Candles. Oops, Allstralians edition. Actually the only edition, because we haven't played it on stream before. Very excited. Just as a real quick rundown of what's going on, everyone here is going to die. And we're going to tell you the story about how they die. Everyone here, this isn't like your standard ttrpg. We're not rolling for like damage. We don't have stats. It's who's in charge of how the story goes at the moment. Yeah, let the slaughter begin. With that being said, did anybody have anything they wanted to say before we begin? Excellent. Okay. We're going to jump right into this.
Guide us.
Today is the beginning of a new adventure. You've all been invited to leave behind the stresses of everyday life for a short while to join your friends on a trip. A trip to bring friends together from across the globe. As using it as an excuse to let loose, be yourself. An opportunity to explore a new place with people you enjoy. You've all met each other through Twitch. You're not like total strangers. This is your opportunity to get to know these people on a real level. And so we begin, high above the clouds, heading for America on an all-expenses-paid trip to meet your friend, Loon. That's me. The flight attendants are walking around asking people to lift their tray tables at the moment. You guys have been, on the plane for quite a while at this point. And you hear over the loudspeaker, "Hello, folks. This is your captain speaking. We should be landing in about 20 minutes or so. Weather's looking a bit dicey up ahead, so we may experience some mild turbulence. It's nothing to worry about. I'll have you on the ground, safe and sound, in, like I said, about 20 minutes or so." You guys have been on this plane for a while. What type of plane people are we? What's the general vibe here? Are we sleeping? Are we chit-chatting? What are we doing? Why don't we start with Jade Mouth? What are you doing?
I'm probably white knuckling the chair. I don't like flying at
Okay.
all.
Okay.
I think it's because I've watched Final Destination a lot of times. And so yeah, I'm probably a little bit nervous. Probably not. Oh, actually, it's a very long flight from Australia to America, I think. So, probably have had a nap at some point. But if we're getting nearer to landing, I got some chewy lollies in my mouth because it helps with the pressurizing of your ears. So that's probably my go-to.
Okay. Ethan, what are you doing on this plane at the moment?
The plane, it's like, I think it's over 20 hours to get from Melbourne, Australia to get to Detroit. So I'm someone who can't sleep on these sorts of flights. So probably starting to get that really jittery leg that's starting to move up and down with a bit of anxiousness to finally stretch. I'm a relatively tall person. It's really hard for me to be in these cramped spaces for a long period of time without standing up and moving down the aisles over and over. Sure. So I've probably had, I have a ritual where I buy a new book whenever I go flying. So I buy one at the terminal. So I've got a brand new book that I've been trying to flip through this whole time. I probably only got about a quarter of the way through it because I'm a very slow reader. So it's sort of that anxiousness of reading the same page over and over, somewhere on an aisle seat, maybe about halfway up the plane.
Okay. Alex McBen, what have you been doing on this flight?
At the moment, I'm constantly sipping little bits of water to make sure that I'm able to swallow, to do that thing with your ears. I really can't stand that in landing, and currently worried about someone standing up early trying to reach their baggage over my head. I hate that. Just wait. It'll be 5 minutes.
Okay. Sounds good. Yuzu, what are you doing? And you are muted. Okay, there you go.
No, it's all good. I'm probably just listening to music, really staring in front of me, jealous that Peaches has our only Steam Deck, regretting that I didn't get up to Wii before the plane was going to land. I don't know. Gotcha. Over-anticipating my bladder.
Okay. Peaches, what are you doing as you're preparing to...
I thought I'd be waking up for a nap, but I guess I have the Steam Deck, so I'm probably playing, like, Death's Door or something.
Okay.
But I really struggle to concentrate, similar to Ethan, like during
Mm-hmm.
travel. So I'm like probably doing the same, stuck on the same level because I keep dying.
Okay, gotcha.
Mm.
Okay, well, as you guys are flying, kind of like doing your own thing, like you guys are probably seated generally next to each other. I mean, this was all expenses paid, so I would have hooked you up. You would have been close to each other. As you guys are kind of getting closer and closer, maybe like 10 minutes pass, like the seatbelt sign is on, like you're getting ready to land. If anybody's by the window, you would notice that the sky is looking pretty dark, like kind of worrisome. There's flight attendants that appear to be kind of like talking to each other in like hushed tones. You see one of them like knock on the door to the cockpit and go in and then come back out and just kind of like shake her head. Heyo. Thank you. Anyway, so you see her come out, and then as she comes out of the door, you guys feel like this shift in the plane. Yep, everyone kind of like jostles forward. The lights start to flicker. Today is the beginning of the end. You hear the pilot come back over the intercom. Folks, I'm gonna need you to buckle up. If your tray tables are up, please put them up. It's a little dicier than we thought. Don't worry, I'm gonna get you on the ground. The flight attendants don't look as confident, and one of them, as she was coming out and that big like burst of turbulence, you see her kind of like fall, and she's like trying to pick herself back up, and like the other flight attendants are starting to buckle themselves into like those little seats that they have. As you rapidly start to descend towards your demise, you long for those petty stressors that you left behind. This trip was meant to bring friends together, but as the cabin starts to darken even more so, the pressure rises, the air thickens, you feel as though you're starting to be torn apart. This plane is not going down voluntarily. You were supposed to let loose to be yourself. But if you survive this landing, are you going to be the same? What are you truly capable of if this light that you're not in anymore isn't there to show the real you, the you that you want people to see? Forget exploring this new land. Can you even survive a foreign one shrouded in shadow? You don't really know these people that you're with. You've seen them, sure, the facade that they put on at least, but who are they really? What are they capable of doing in the darkness? As you're falling to your presumed death, your life begins to flash before your eyes, but the darkness starts to tunnel your vision. The image of your own life passing you by is taken over by visions of another, and I have sent you guys messages of the vision that you received. Someone with you now, visions of them accompanied by blackening clouds towards an even darker landscape, scorning Loon for having invited you on this free trip to your downfall. An oppressive cacophony of terrified cries, prayers, and curses towards gods, the whirring sound of the plane rapidly careening toward the earth come together until you're no longer able to think. All you can do is brace for impact. A jolt of force jostles you around the plane as it violently lands on the ground. The sound of groaning metal joins this symphony of terror, and something large goes flying down the aisle toward the back of the plane. The emergency lights are barely lit, starting to flicker discordantly. You hear fellow passengers checking in on one another. Most seem to be all right. You are alive. Perhaps a little shaken up. You've landed. It's dark outside. The plane's dim as well. What would you guys like to do?
I'm just feeling and making sure, like, everything is still attached.
Your stream deck's not in your hands anymore, but all of your body parts
gone.
are attached. The stream deck's gone. Ethan, you said something?
I was just going to say, in my immense boredom of going through, I've read through the safety instructions like multiple times that I always do. So I'm like reaching under my seat and like already, because I've always wanted to do this. I pull out the little safety thing and put it around my head.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
Inflating it.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm unbuckling and going straight to the emergency exit.
Okay. I would say you guys are probably seated in the middle of the plane, so there's one towards the front and one towards the back. Do you have a direction that you would like to start heading?
Probably the back.
The back? Okay. That is actually the direction in which you saw something fly past you. And you see now there's like, as you're going up there, you see, hold on, I was just told audio might need to go up just a little bit. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. Pardon. That's as high as she goes. There we go. Okay. So, as you're walking towards the back, you see like a group of people kind of like huddled down. Like they're like in front of the door. They're in front of the door or between you and the door. And you see them kind of like huddled down. Someone's like whispering to another one. Another one like backs up and is kind of like, there's a kid there. They're like shielding the eyes of the kid.
Guys, what are you doing? We need to get out of here. We can't stay in here. Let's open the door.
Yeah, this woman turns around. She's like, the flight attendant, she I don't think she made it. And so they're huddled around a body is what flew by you there.
Ouch.
Can I look to help for someone else?
Like another flight attendant or something like that, you mean?
Or one of us.
Another passenger.
Yeah. I mean, you know all of the people that are here. So I mean, if you want to go talk to them, you're obviously more than welcome to. And then there is
Jade,
another
can you help me
attendant.
open this door?
Yeah, I'll come and head over and see the dead body. Like,
okay.
Yeah. I think it's been a stressful enough situation where like that sort of it's past the point of stress and to the point where like it's flicked into survival mode. I'm like, yep, okay, well, what are we doing?
Sure. Okay. We're gonna make this our first roll. So, Alex McBen, I would like you to roll 10 d6s for me, please.
Oh, look at that, there's 10.
Crazy.
Perfect. All right,
I'm
you
on
have... I can't see the 1, so you guys have lost 2 dice. There are no successes here. So, here's my suggestion to you. Here, I'm going to explain this for everyone at least once in the game as well. 6s are the only way that you can succeed what you are doing. You have none of them, which would count this as a failure, which would allow me to narrate what's going to happen here. However, you do have traits that you can use, or you could burn those and re-roll your 1s. I will say, though, it's early in the game, so if you don't want to do that, that's fine, but we will darken a candle after this and move on to the next scene. So it's up to you.
No, I'm not going to do anything.
You're not going to do anything. Okay. So, you and Jade go to open the door. And from the group of people that are huddled over the body, you hear one scream, and you look over and you see the flight attendant get up, and all of the emergency lights around her darken, and her skin almost looks gray, and you just hear this like heavy intake of breath that's just like and that little kid that was there gets sucked into the flight attendant. With that being said, I would suggest you get the fuck off the plane. You do get the door open. Peaches, Yuzu, Ethan, I don't know if you were there or if you exactly saw this, but you are welcome to join them if you would like. Okay. With that being said, we are going to darken our first candle, which lowers your guys' dice pool to 9. This is the part of the game where we establish truths. So just for everybody watching and for you guys one more time, what we're going to do here is everyone's going to take turns establishing truths. We're going to start with Alex because he's the one that darkened the candle. I will go first. The first truth always has to be the world is dark. The last one always has to be, and we are alive. So you guys will have 7 to work with. So I will technically start. We'll go around in order. I'll call on you so we can establish these. These can be things like we get off the plane safely. It could be we find a flashlight, whatever you want. So first one, the world is dark. Alex McBen, what is your second truth?
My trust in the group with me has grown.
Okay. Yuzu.
I feel like I'm ready to pick something. I don't know. Sorry, I feel like I should have.
No, you're okay. Take your time. Take your time. These are important. So.
I don't want to pick something stupid, but.
No, you're good.
We'll see.
This will give everyone else time to think too.
No.
Sorry, I don't want to hold the game up. I'm just my brain.
No.
No, you're okay.
It's good. It's giving me
No.
time to think as
I
well.
was gonna say, like I
Yeah.
said, you're giving everyone else time, so it's
Yeah,
not it's not
But
a
I
big
don't know.
deal.
So it's just a single statement.
It's a
right?
single
Like,
statement, and it can be something to move the story along. Like this is like a montage of what happens between now and when we start picking back up on the role play, essentially.
Yeah. Okay.
Like you could literally find your Steam Deck as one of the things if you wanted.
That's fair. I think I would make sure that I've grabbed my bag from the overhead.
Okay, so you grabbed your carry-on. Okay, got it. Okay, Yuzu's grabbed his carry-on. Peaches.
Did we already establish that we're together? That
No,
all of
but
us
you
are together?
can. That would be good.
Yeah, we
Okay,
are together.
you are together. Okay, now we'll go to me. Actually, I'll go last because I went first. So, Jade.
I will say that during the crash or whatever, the undercarriage has strewn all of the luggage mostly unharmed outside of the plane, so we
Okay.
don't have to re-enter.
That's good. Okay, Ethan.
I was going to say pretty much with the luggage, but I think since I don't think anyone else has said it, we use, because I've always wanted to use it, we use the slippery slide to get off the plane safely.
Okay, you got the slippery slide. Okay, we're to me now. That child that you saw get sucked up is right behind you. Alex McBen.
I need to look for one of the bags close to me.
Okay, you're just grabbing a bag, like any bag.
Just grabbing anything to hold between me and it.
Okay. Yuzu, you got our last one, and then we're back to
Mr. S.
That's pressure. All right. Again, might just need a second.
Oh, that was a truth?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep it.
You can switch it if you want, if you didn't know what we were doing here.
There's no
Good?
turning back.
Okay.
Line.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Committed.
Mystery bag for later.
Mystery bag.
I mean, I could prompt us to run towards, say, the airport or what
Yeah.
have you,
Okay.
just to try and put some distance.
So you are
between
running
us and
toward the actual building that is the airport.
Yes.
Okay, and then our last truth is that we are alive.
Are alive.
Okay, so we start our next scene here. The only sources of light at the moment would be the little, like, runway glowy light dealios, and there does appear to be a one small light source coming from the airport itself. The whole airport is not lit. The power is gone. The sky is completely darkened. It looks like night, like the middle of the night, and you guys were supposed to land like right about sunset. This feels, something here is very wrong. There's chaos. There, you can see in the very distant, their only light on the, like in the roads, is from car headlights and things like that. So there are people driving around and stuff like that. You do hear like lots of like honking and like some crashes and things like that. You are at the airport. You have Yuzu's carry-on, at least. Alex McBen grabbed a bag, and you guys are in the airport. What are we doing at the moment?
First things first, we got to find someone around us.
You're looking for people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It seems like there's like a couple groups of people with like their phone flashlights like on, like just here and there throughout the airport. It sounds like people are trying to call people and they're not able to get through. Service appears to be cut out here. There are groups though that you are able to approach if you would like to.
Yeah, I think probably try and find anyone else who knows any idea of what's going on. So this
Yeah,
it's like
as we're sort of looking around, seeing all those people, Alex, you were starting to say something before we looked over towards all these people. So just before we approach them, what was it you were going to say?
I'm thinking, how do you know you can trust them? Did you see what happened with the flight attendant and that kid? What if they're like that?
That's true.
What if they're evil?
And I'm afraid of going inside because it's an airport. There's a lot of people.
It might be worth seeing what we can scrounge, though. Like, I don't know what's happening, but we might need things to survive. And there's probably stuff in the airport that we can scrounge.
Yeah.
Someone might know something.
Usually pretty like open plan. Like at least they're not like airports typically on like corridors. We're not going to really get stuck too bad. We should always be able to more or less find a way out.
You're right.
Otherwise,
I also don't want to be
need...
seen to be. Yeah, Peaches.
Otherwise, we're going to need to scale a fence or something anyway to get out of this.
I know, and I'm really afraid of that because it's U.S. customs. Like, we might have to go through it. We might have to go through. So maybe we can keep our distance just as we approach other people.
I think keeping a little bit of distance sounds wise. We can still communicate, but probably best to be a little apprehensive.
Do we still also have is the child thing, whatever the fuck that was behind us before we started running? Presumably if it was following us for some amount of time, it probably hasn't stopped that, or at least I don't know. It feels like we should keep aware that we should probably keep moving at some point, because that thing will probably keep moving as well.
Let's get away from it.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't currently see the kid. It appears as though your adult legs have outrun the tiny child legs for the time being. Yeah, fuck that kid. It appears as though you're good for now. So we have entered the actual airport itself, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. There's like a couple like emergency lights here and there, but like I said, for the most part, it's pretty dark. You see a lot of people kind of like walking around with their phone flashlights turned on and things like that. Aside from that, though, like everyone seems to be mostly keeping to themselves. It's up to you guys if you want to approach anybody or if you just want to try and move through, whatever you want to do.
I want to keep my eye out for an emergency exit.
Okay. Sure.
No one's injured, are they? Like other than like generic whiplash, nobody has any like open wounds that need to be addressed or anything. Like, there's probably stuff around here, like first aid equipment and whatever. It probably isn't worst to like pick up something anyways. Like, convenience stores and whatnot at airports typically will have a lot of stuff that we could use, even not now but later.
Yeah, I feel like I'd want to at least, like, I'm assuming I would have had my phone in my pocket, so I'm guessing I have that, but I think I would still be anxious to try and find, like, a torch or something else to kind of knowing how dark it is outside.
Or even duty-free alcohol. We could make
Yeah.
we could make cocktails.
Heck yeah.
Or,
So are you guys
you know,
trying to find
torches.
like one of those like
The glass
airport
one.
shops then? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say after
Yeah.
like a couple minutes of like walking, it doesn't seem like anyone in the airport is aware of like the shit you saw on the plane. They just seem to mostly be like, why the fuck is the power out? Like more like that kind of vibe. You are able to find like a little convenience shop. And there is someone in there still. Like it looks like a worker. They have like their flashlight on and they're just like texting someone on their phone, basically.
Okay, so we can't really just steal. I mean, can, but
Shoplifting.
Is there security around?
Not like right here. No.
do we have
At least not
reception
that
on
you
our
see.
phones?
Nope.
Okay.
So they wouldn't have like reception on their FPOS or anything either.
Yeah, so I couldn't pay if I wanted to. And they can't
I
call the
don't
cops
plan
on
on
us.
buying anything.
It's just a question of, do we want to... How much are we going to tell the people in here of how bad this possibly is? Because
The
currently...
plane crashing is pretty obvious, so I don't know if we can
Yeah.
avoid that one.
But is
It might
ignorance
not
bliss
be
in this
the only
situation?
plane as well.
Or is,
That's
yeah,
true.
is the panic gonna cause a crowd that we're gonna have to then find our ways through?
Either way, it's
That's why I
sort
want
of
to get out ASAP.
it's sort of, yeah, it's a ticking. We have you know, time limit of like how quickly this is going to turn from confusion to upset to fear to chaos with everything going on. So we have some choices of whether we are advantageous and do things now, assuming that things aren't going to get better and make them inherently worse, or we hope to try and gain some control over the situation and make it more orderly. So it's sort of whether we want to take a path for ourselves or see if we can get some, you know, better control of the whole situation.
My brain is also thinking, if Loon has come here to pick us up, is she stuck somewhere unaware of the dangers that we're in?
I will say you were informed that you guys would meet at the hotel. Like that's where Loon supposedly is located.
Noted.
Do we already have a map on hand, or are we going to need to find one?
Yes. So that thing that I sent you would have been that map that I sent you would have been a map that I had sent you beforehand to give you like the general route, like if you needed to show it to like a taxi driver or like whatever.
Yeah, if we have
Yes.
Yuzu's carry-on, then we definitely have it.
Yes, and you do have Yuzu's carry-on and the bag that Alex just like nabbed.
I feel like it's worth...
Guys, this is 21 miles away.
That means nothing to me. How is that in kilometers?
More. It's more.
Is that in convict units?
More?
We're not getting there on foot.
What
I
the
think
what the fuck is
It's
a
like
mile?
1.6 to 1, right? Something like that, 35 kilometers. Give or
Would
take.
we be able to steal a car from the car rental? The
I
airport?
mean, maybe.
There's a
Right?
car rental. There's a car rental right there.
Our downfall is the imperial system.
It's
How
funny
many
because
furlongs
I
is that? How many
contemplated
furlongs?
I contemplated sending that to you guys in kilometers, and I was like, no.
I only read nautical miles. I'm fucked.
Okay. Well, we sort of have to make a decision of whether we try and like get more people on board with what's happening. Whether we have multiple options. We can either tell everybody what's happening here because there's clearly something very strange. I didn't see it properly. I was too obsessed with the slide. But whatever it is, we need to leave this airport either with people and get them to leave as well, or we just need to dash for it as fast as possible. I, for one, like living and would probably like to get out of here as quickly as possible.
I feel like we should use our advantage here before people panic and also try and take the cars.
Yeah. Also, like, how would we even convince them? Like, how much do we, like, we don't have any proof of what we saw. We were in a traumatic accident. Like, very believably, someone could say, oh, you were in a plane crash 2 seconds ago. You're probably seeing things. Let's just make a tally. Everyone here thinks we saw the same thing, right?
Pretty sure, yeah. It was,
I saw something
wasn't looking
supernatural.
Okay.
A little boy got sucked into a woman's mouth.
I don't think I would have been looking. I think I would have seen the smashed up hostess, and I would have been like,
I heard reactions.
So I'm going
I
off
didn't see
word
anything.
of mouth.
Right.
I just would have heard it,
Fair
I
enough.
think, more than anything.
The lady at the convenience store area of which you have been standing and having this conversation just goes, can I help you guys? We're kind of
Lady, did
closed.
you see what happened outside?
I saw the plane go down. Were you guys on it?
Yeah.
Are you
But
okay?
is that like a regular thing for you? Thank you.
No,
That's what
what
I'm
do you-
expecting from you.
No, why would that? What? No.
You didn't see it fall out of the sky?
No, I saw the plane. I was saying it's not a regular thing. Like, pretty
What's supposed to happen?
abnormal. What's supposed to happen? They didn't.
Like,
what
in the
about
event of
flight
a crash,
the flight attendants didn't.
do you have
like,
a procedure?
I don't. I just work in the store. The pilot or flight attendants weren't helping get you off or anything. Shut up.
It wasn't part of the service.
Before it crashed, but
You might want to get out of here.
God. I mean,
You might want to get out of here
it's fine. And
or go help.
this woman does not look like she is equipped to do this. She looks like she literally just works at this part of the airport.
he gets paid minimum wage.
Minimum wage,
I
yeah, that's fair. I
don't-
wouldn't go either.
I have nothing to do with any of that stuff.
I'm sorry. What's your name?
Bethany.
Bethany. If you're not going to help, then maybe you should find your family. Something wrong is happening.
Yeah, I mean, like just the plane, or did something
I would
else
just say
Like, I
happen?
mean, the work day's over.
I think we're gonna go. We've given you some advice, and we're gonna. I think it's time for us to get out of here, guys. Bye,
Okay.
Bethany. It was so nice
Bye.
to meet you.
Thank you, Bethany.
Look after
Bye.
yourself.
She looks very
Find your
confused.
Please. Great.
On the count of three,
What's
everyone
in the
grabs
shop?
something from the shelves and run.
It's like, yeah, just like, like random like mini toiletries, things like that, like a couple random like knickknacks, like luggage, things like little travel necessities, if you will.
Is there a toothbrush?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'm
grab
gonna grab
that.
some water.
water, toothbrush. Okay,
Grab some
they're little
tooth
baby
floss,
waters, but you can, yeah.
first aid kit, and a I love Detroit hat.
Okay, you can grab all those things.
Fuck yeah.
Just
I'm gonna
gonna
write that down.
grab some, I don't know, the American version of Panadol, like a painkiller.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So
Tylenol.
like a Tylenol or like a aspirin
Tylenol,
type
that's
thing.
the
Okay,
one.
sure. Okay.
You got any Tylenol?
Yeah, I'm like, where's the frickin' Panadol? It sounds close enough to Panadol, that'll do.
I don't know, probably just grab water and hand sanitizer if anything.
Okay, sounds good.
Team, I think
Try
we
to keep
should
your
bail.
hands clean at the end.
Like you're just taking off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does
Or
Bethany
maybe
look
we
like
should
she's
make our
even
way.
moving to stop us?
Bethany looks like she's fucking done. Okay, so she like, and then just kind of gives up.
Tell your family you love them.
What?
That's what it looks like from her point of view. Because we were like, you should go find your family. And then we still did everything.
Okay. Okay. You
How
grab
about
the
the
thing.
car idea?
The car idea. You guys want to try and head
Has anyone
to
seen any signs to the
There
vehicle rental?
there are like several like signs that are pointing you like out, and then there's like a thing for like a little like tram or like whatever you want to call it to get to and from places, but it appears to be shut down at the moment. But yeah, you do see like parking signs and then like rental services like kind of leading you in a direction, so you can start to follow those if you wanted to.
Every time
Okay.
I see a sign, I'm gonna point it out. And be like, guys, this way. No, yeah, keep going.
Actually, this
Good.
way.
We're going the right
Peach is
way.
the navigator.
Do we find any cash exchange stores that have open trays? Can we just steal some American currency? Because we probably don't. We all have like Australian. It's not like I don't think currency is probably going to be that helpful. But
I mean,
Unless
I
you
think I
switched
would
before,
exchange
but-
my currency beforehand.
Yeah. I'll say
think
that that's probably
ahead.
fine. If you would have had the foresight, Peaches probably exchanged her money beforehand. Jade, however, I don't think they did. But yeah, sure. So I mean, you see like signs for places that do exchange, but kind of the same situation. The people are just kind of like trying to figure out what's going on. You do pass like a couple security guards like talking to workers and stuff like that, or like talking to groups of people trying to like gather them together and stuff like that.
cool. Just headed to the car rental then.
Okay.
I think we probably don't have time. I don't know.
Okay. The like it appears as though there are some people in a customs area, but the metal detectors are off. There are, like I said, it's pretty dark in here still. There are like little emergency lights along like the walls that are like kind of like dimly lit things, but you do see one person over by customs, which is weird because usually there's several in that area getting ready for people, but they're just standing by where the metal detectors and stuff are.
Okay, cool and calm.
Do the metal detectors have little trays next to them where confiscated items go? And are there any knives and ninja stars?
No.
Not ninja stars, but
I'm just
mean,
gonna,
is it like
I'm just gonna
American,
blanket say
like,
no.
Glocks and like sniper rifles?
There's
and things?
just like
That's
yeah,
right.
there's
That's
like
America, isn't
some
it?
bombs and like
There's
you
a
know all
grenades.
the classic
Skins
stuff
going.
people trying. Yeah,
RPGs, yeah.
yeah. But
Kinder
yeah,
surprises.
you see someone
Ooh.
standing there, kind of like leaned up against the metal detector, and their heads like kind of down.
Are they between us and where we're trying to go?
Yep, because you have to pass through there to get like actually out.
You gotta run it or sneak it, or talk to them.
I'm gonna talk to them. Are you guys are cool with that?
How dark is it?
It's pretty dark. There's like little bits of light, like I said, walking down, but the area that this person's standing in doesn't appear to be lit really at all. You more just see like a silhouette.
I don't think I'm going to convince anyone who wasn't there of what I saw.
Sure.
And we, for those, especially me and Alex, who were next to the door, because we probably saw the flight attendant the best, we were probably aware of the fact that the lights did specifically go out near them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just a little bit wary of that fact. So
Sure.
if we are to talk to this person, if someone really would like to talk to this person, I would say do it from like 10 meters away. But I'm very fine with just running through and like maybe breaking the law. But I don't know. If I care at this
Maybe
point.
breaking the law.
Do they have a
We can
gun?
just like it.
You can't tell from where you're at.
Okay. I know this sounds counterintuitive, but maybe we should stick to the light. Even though we'll be seen. Is that an option?
There is like one side
one's on
that
the
does
wall.
appear to be more lit than the other, and like usually what this is you kind of like funnel through. So where this guy is at is more so in the middle. So if you did stick to the side, you might be able to like get past and remain in the light.
It's probably
but
easy to deal
yeah.
with. a man or woman or whoever, then it is a thing. But I don't know.
I reckon we just walk through and like not having gone yet. But my vibe is we walk through and we're like, well, looks like my flight's not coming. It's all gone weird. We'll just go home and try again tomorrow.
Uh-huh. Okay. So what are you guys doing?
If we're doing that, I am my ankles are like angled with the preparedness to like sprint if need be.
Okay.
You know how
so
that is.
You're trying to go through like the actual area then.
Yeah.
And Alex and Ben, you can deviate if you want to. You don't have to go with them. Like you can try and stay on the sides.
I'm going to edge towards the skirting around it, but
okay.
Watch what's happening with them to see if I'm sort of noticed while I'm doing that.
Okay. You're staying in the light? They don't, as you specifically are like kind of trying to pass, it doesn't, like they don't even like lift their head up to look at you.
Okay, then I'll edge forward.
Okay. Keep on edging.
Yeah.
What's everybody else doing?
Yeah, I want to stick in the light, I reckon. So I'm following.
Okay. Yeah,
behind.
same thing. Nothing happened.
We'd want to stick together with the group for sure, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to pick randomly here. I'll roll for it. Ethan, roll me 9 6s, please.
Oh boy. Is this including the hope dice?
Nope, you don't have that yet. The only time you get to use that is when you have your moment. Your moment has to be successful.
See.
I have my moment when I'm in a plane crash.
So good news.
Okay.
1 6 and no 1s.
Nice. Okay, so you are successful. You hear, as I'm just gonna, for sake of story, you're the last person to like start to skirt through here. And as you kind of like turn to like double check on the guy, you do see he lifts up his head and like kind of catches the glimpse at you, and you just hear that really heavy intake of breath again. I would like you to narrate how the rest of this bit goes, though. You've been spotted, and this is definitely one of the icky guys. But you get to pick how this goes, as it is a success.
Oh, so I actually now witness this thing.
Yes, you do look up and see it, and it just like its jaw starts to like fully like almost down to the floor, and you hear this big like.
It comes from a place of like complete and utter confusion, where most people would panic and like, or think they would panic or like scream or something like that. I actually go like, no thank you, and I'll turn and just be like, we need to go, and just go into a full sprint out through the door, running as fast as I can past everybody before they turn around and see this thing, full on sprinting towards the car place as fast as I can.
Sure. Okay, so that was a success. So you don't lose any dice. You continue on. We'll say that you do arrive, and this is there's a bunch of cars outside. There is a building in which you would traditionally go into to then rent the vehicle. It looks like there's like maybe like some sort of like tiny light flickering outside that might be like powered by some sort of generator or something like that. You can't see inside the building, but there are a bunch of cars out there. The lights in the parking lot are kind of flickering discordantly. None of them are like steady on or off or anything like that. They're just like randomly lighting up here and there. What are we doing?
Are the cars numbered, or are the parking spots numbered at all?
The parking spaces are, yeah.
Okay. Which one is closest to us? The number
12.
Guys, if we can get the key for number 12, we can take that car. Should we go into the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna need the key.
Yeah.
Anyone hotwire cars?
Risk.
Okay.
And like put my phone torch on as we
Sure.
walk.
Okay.
How much battery have you got, Peaches?
45.
Oh no!
Oh shit. Okay,
Luckily-
actually, this will be fun.
Hmm.
Whatever your phone's on battery right now, that's how much battery
Mine's
you have.
literally.
Oh, mine's
That
actually
doesn't count. It's at 100 though.
All right, I'll
Alright,
take
I've
it.
got
I'll take it out
59.
now.
I got 90%.
You don't have to. You don't have to. But okay.
If they
Oh,
keep have
uh,
torches on.
That's fun.
It's been
Okay.
really bad lately.
I do have
So
a
you-
power pack in the carry-on, by the way, if that's relevant to mention.
Okay, that's
Mostly
good.
dodge.
That is
A what?
good.
A power pack, we usually take them in our carry-on, so
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
big one.
Who is opening the door to this place?
If no one steps up to do it, I'm slamming open that door and looking for that key as fast as possible.
Okay.
Considering what I've just seen.
Sure, I would like you to roll 9d6s again. Ooh.
I'm gonna try and like keep my torch.
Okay.
I've got places to be and it's not here.
I would be trying to scope out if there's any windows, I reckon, just to see if there's
Sure,
anything kind of
there's like a
moving inside.
couple. You can't really see anything in there right now because it's so dark.
Fair enough.
I got a
Can I ask
6
the
and
group?
a 1.
Sorry,
go on.
what did you say, Alex?
No, go with that first.
Okay, sorry, you said you rolled what, Ethan?
A 6 and a 1.
Okay, so you guys are down to 8 currently. I also rolled a 6. You did succeed, but I'm gonna be in charge of what happens in here. So
Aye, aye, Captain.
you open the door, and you don't see anyone. It's like barely lit in here. There is like pretty much just the glow of like an exit sign for like a back and exit for like employees and stuff, like an emergency exit. But you don't see anyone actually inside. Behind the counter, you do see a rack with a bunch of keys just kind of like pinned up with like the numbers that correlate and stuff like that.
I'm gonna walk up.
Grab
with
it,
my
grab
torch and
12.
Start like looking for them. There's like, I
Yeah.
don't know, so many keys.
There's
and I'm
like a couple dozen, yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. I would say you
Think I
guys...
probably-
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's alright. Keep going.
Okay. I was going to say, you guys are definitely able to like successfully find the key for number 12. It's still there. There isn't anybody in here. So you can grab that and do what you please.
Has
Leg it
anyone
back to the car?
driven on the other side before?
Only in
Oh, the
video
wrong
games, so-
side? No. No, I haven't.
No. I don't have my license, so I'm fucking no help.
Yeah. The second nature like head checks are gonna get crazy, so I just thought if someone's
Look, I get
Used
car
to that.
sickness when I'm not driving, so I'm happy to volunteer to drive because
You're also
otherwise I'll
very
get.
good
That's
at
Very
reverse
fair.
parallel
We'll-
parking, which
we'll
will
do
come
that
in
then.
handy at the
Okay.
end.
drive.
Cool.
So you get the
Good
key
thing
to
I
the
have the key.
car. Yeah, you get the key to the car. You are in the car. Where are you heading currently?
Who has the
Peaches,
map?
get us-
Where am I going? Someone needs
Just
to direct
get us onto
me.
the road.
All right, I'm going. I'm driving. I like turn the car on, and I'm just like, oh, the wrong side.
Oh, there's a Dairy Queen grill and chill on the way. I reckon we could make a stop.
Guys, there's
Um,
also a hospital.
Oh yeah.
That's probably a better
Do we-
point.
Yeah. I don't know. I like
There's
the Dairy
two.
Queen idea.
It's up to you guys where you want to head.
I love their music. Linkin Park's there. Sorry.
I don't know, man.
Um,
I'd be like, are we going to find Loon? Are we going to the hotel, or are we?
Destination hotel.
Yeah. There is a Home
Athenium
Depot.
Suite.
There's a Home Depot on the way as well. There's a gun shop.
Yeah, I was gonna say
There's a
there is
Home
a gun
Depot?
shop.
Hey, yo.
Mhm.
There's a Home Depot. It's not too far off the. Off
There's
the main
literally
road.
shops with guns. How about
We
we go there?
could go there, and then next door we could pick up some lingerie.
Victoria's Secret.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe she knows what's going on.
For speed and mobility, right?
Yeah, breathability and such. Yeah.
Gotta
Well,
really.
they're right next to each other, so we could split into two
Might as
teams
well.
and
One of us get
Splitting
guns,
the
the other one's
crew.
getting lingerie. Let's go.
split it.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
I've never shot a gun before, so
Let's heavily
Do you guys have
avoid the
sport?
children's hospital.
Henry Ford
Where's that?
Hospital. Hospital for cars.
It's actually like on the way. It's like really close to
It's quite close.
The hotel, actually. The Children's Hospital of Michigan.
Oh,
That sounds like
It's gonna be
Horror
on the
Central.
way.
Horror Central.
No.
Yeah.
We'll just take a slightly different route to avoid it, I reckon.
Yeah, you can go wherever you want. Where are you driving
Look,
to?
What's the first stop?
I think, me personally, I'd be like, I'm going for the hotel. If we have to stop on the way, we'll stop on the way. But I'm like, someone start directing me because I don't know where I'm going.
Sure. Okay.
And
I
I'll
would
The
have
Home Depot is closest to the main road.
I would agree with
Well,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have any ideas of
pop
what
in
we're
there?
going to pick up there? Because if we don't really
Rakes
have
and
any-
garden
Yeah, I
hose.
guess.
Anything that you can
Sledgehammer.
use that's useful.
Fertilizer.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're heading towards a hotel with the intention to stop if necessary, basically, is what's happening.
Mm.
Okay. So
Mhm.
Peaches, since you are driving,
Yeah.
I would like you to roll 8
Detroit Metropolitan.
D6s, because you guys lost one.
Where is my dog?
Detroit become Australian.
All right, I'm rolling.
Oh no.
Oh no, what is that face?
Doesn't look good.
Oh.
All ones.
What'd you roll?
I got 6 ones.
Holy
And a 4.
Okay,
I
so
got
once again,
no!
I would like to remind you, this is early in the game, you're not going to die. You could burn one of your traits and reroll all the ones, or you can accept the failure and we can move on to the next scene.
I'm gonna burn my vice.
Okay, what is your vice and how are you working that into this?
My vice is that I'm a control freak, and
Perfect.
so
Okay.
there are people in the car and they're like, "We should stop Home Depot. We should go to this place. We should go to this place." And I'm like, "No, we're going to the bloody hotel.
Okay, great.
Not deviating. We're just freaking going."
Okay,
Stop
so
it.
go ahead
Whacker.
and burn your thing, and then you can re-roll all of the ones that you rolled there.
Ah.
Fire!
Fire. All of my ones. Okay, wait. I need to write it because I don't know if I'll just leave the 3. Fine. Okay,
What is
so I
your
didn't get any
roll?
6s, and I
Okay.
got 1.
Okay, so you've lost 1 dice, so now you're
That's
down to
fine.
7 for next time. So I'm in charge of what happens here. So as you're going to pull out and everyone's arguing, you look in the rearview mirror and you see that little kid just standing there staring at your car, and their head just kind of like tilts to the side, and you see that jaw start to drop down to the ground, and you in the car can hear that big like and you almost feel like the car starting to roll backwards. You need to go. Which you do. You didn't roll any 6s though, correct? Okay. So this is technically a failure, so we are going to lose a candle here. Basically, you feel that tension start to like pull the car back, and you give it some gas, and it doesn't go for a minute, but you burnt that control. You are in control of this vehicle. You slam down on the gas, and you do start to go off into the highway. You've gotten away from the kid, but once you get on the highway, it's jam-packed. It's like car to car, bumper to bumper. Like there are people trying to get out of town here. So I'm gonna put out a candle for you guys, and we are gonna go through our truths again. So I will start. 1, the world is dark. Peaches.
Our tank is full of petrol.
Okay, that's a good one. Jade.
There's a like service lane that is not being used.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Ethan.
There's a lot of people getting out of their cars and causing us distractions for whatever's behind us.
Okay. Alex McBeth.
The petrol tank was full when we started. Oh wait, was that already said?
Yep, that was already said.
Yes.
That was Peaches. Yep.
Give me a moment.
And you can build upon other people's too. So Peaches said that you guys had full gas. Jade said that there is like a service lane that's open, and Ethan said, sorry, Ethan, what was yours again? Real quick. Oh, but there's a bunch of people out for distraction.
Yeah,
basically.
people are like getting out and like causing distraction.
In the car, they have one of those jacks for the tire.
Okay, cool. Car jack. Yuzu.
If I can ask a clarifying question.
Yes.
Was all the cars on the highway like that was as soon as we pulled out onto the highway, or
pretty much like you got on there, like someone let you on, but like you're like yeah.
Okay.
Is it dark? Does that count?
What do you mean?
You know, you say the first truth, it's dark.
Yeah, the world is dark. That counts
Like,
as
that's
one.
still-
Yep, and then
still
we are
one.
alive counts as one too.
Phone reception's working.
Sorry, I feel like I struggle to think of these every time.
No, you're good. You're good. No, you're good.
No, it's hard without like a limit. I totally get that. It's like asking someone to draw anything when you give them a canvas. You're like, what? Maybe something to do with our destination? Or like...
I guess we can... I don't know if it's going to pop up in the next scene, but...
Yeah, or you could be like confirming the truths of what's in your bag, or like anything.
Yeah.
You could even be like, we got off the highway at this spot, if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Victoria's Secret has a sale.
We can make slingshots from undies.
We can.
I think about something like in terms of finding an alternate route, but I guess that would build off the service lane.
You could say the service lane gets off at a place.
Let's say, I don't know, the service lane connects us to the road that goes to Dairy Queen Grill and Chill.
Okay, sounds good.
Bring that back.
Peaches, I'll give you the last one, and then we're all,
I forgot it was my turn next.
It's technically mine, but I'm giving it to you because I'm a benevolent bitch.
Aw, thank you. None of us are hungry.
That's good. And
that's a good one.
We are all alive. All right. Okay. So you guys it's taken a little while, but you've gotten off the service lane into that road en route to Dairy Queen something and Chill or whatever the fuck it's called. No one's hungry, so it's not totally it doesn't totally matter. But you're off. There are certain cars like pulled off on the side of the road. You do see that there's a couple every once in a while that have crashed like into a ditch. That's pretty much the sight of things right now. You don't really see too many people actually out of their vehicles. Maybe an occasional one here and there trying to like check for like a signal or something like that, but you don't see too much other than that. What would you guys like to do next? You are currently off on that road.
As we're driving, I see a speed limit sign and I'll drop to the speed limit and then I'll be like, wait, who cares?
Okay, sounds good. Okay.
I'd probably be scrolling my phone trying to find the right music for the occasion.
Okay, good deal.
Got the aux cord.
You do see up down the road quite a bit. You do see flashing red and blue lights. There's a cop up ahead, and it is lighting up the road, and it's kind of flashy and shit like that.
Should we try and hail the cop, or do you reckon we're too anti-authoritarian?
Do we trust?
Yuzu, it's an
do we trust
American
anything?
cop.
Like, true.
Well, we are all white, though.
Also, that race advantage.
Fuck.
I don't know. I'm not trusting
Gun it past
other
them.
people outside this car.
Gun it
Yeah.
past them.
Gun
Okay.
it past them, and if they're next to the car, you can hit them if you want.
Jade. Okay. Peaches, are you actually gunning it past this cop?
I'll try. I won't I'll avoid hitting a person or
Sure.
a monster. I'm not gonna try because that'll danger us as well as them, I think.
Okay. I would like you to roll 8 d6s as you are down to 8 at the current
Do we really
moment.
want me to roll, guys?
Well,
Yeah,
you're driving.
It's called a
so...
bumper, not an avoider.
All right, I'm rolling. All right, I got 2 6s, no 1s.
That's good.
I'm back, baby.
Try to hit him.
You are in charge of what happens here. So you gun it past the cop. What happens?
Ooh. That's a good question.
Like, it can be about the nature of the cop's reaction. It could be about what you see up ahead. Like, literally, like,
Is it
limitless here.
just a single cop?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really know what a single policeman would be doing, sitting on the side of the road, in the middle of the road with his lights going, and I find that weird. So I do just kind of zoom past, and I'm trying to look back without swerving too much. And I'm like, guys, we all good? It's, what is he doing? And he kind of goes. I don't know if he's human. If he is, he kind of goes to get in the car, and he's like, it's not worth it. And we zoom for that Dairy Queen.
The cop just says, fuck it at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably would too if I was a cop. I'd be like, you know what? Fuck it. Okay, cool. So you guys are going. Where are you trying to head to currently? You're on the road. You're about to pass the Dairy Queen. The Dairy Queen is in the distance. It's not well lit as there's no power, but you see the DQ in the headlights.
Do we want to stop at Home Depot? It feels like that has the most.
I'm not hungry, so I think that'd be a better thing.
Yeah, I was really keen for Dairy Queen, but for some reason I'm not hungry, so we should probably just go faster.
Highway, let's be real.
Yeah.
What do they even? I'm lactose intolerant. What have they even got?
What do they even sell at Dairy Queen? What is a Dairy
Just
Queen?
Dairy.
What is a Dairy Queen?
Is it
I'm
milk?
Cheese,
or-
I assume.
Babe, I know you want this experience, but I don't think now is the time. We can come back to Dairy Queen another time.
All right, but the main thing is we're off the highway. It was all planned.
Yeah.
We can make a detour
On
on
the map?
the depot, I'm sure. But
Is Dairy Queen a church on the map?
No.
I think it's near it.
It's right next to a
It does look
crucifix, so I
like
mean.
The Church of the Dairy Queen.
All that praying makes you hungry?
Yeah, Just so
I love the
everyone can see, we do have this map that they're working with currently. Sorry that their names are on top of it, but just so you're aware, they are actually looking at a map.
We have a map.
Oh, I
The
should have
map.
gone for a tactical edge. Gun shop.
Go.
That was.
There you go.
Mm.
Okay, yes,
Fries, burger, and the Holy Blizzard.
yes, you are near the Dairy Queen Grill and Chill. You said you wanted to try and head to the Home Depot, though? Is that where you said you were trying to go?
I mean, it looks like there's some back roads that would connect,
Yeah.
but aren't the highway. It's just a bit of a detour.
Sure. So you're trying to, let's say, Yuzu, I imagine you're the one that's kind of navigating at the moment for Peaches, who is driving. No? Peaches says no.
Oh, I
Okay.
heard
No,
Peaches,
he's
who
a
have-
bad navigator. As soon as we got in the car, I was like, he's not doing it. Someone else can.
Well, then I've
Okay.
handed the map to someone else. Whatever.
Okay. Who have we deemed the navigator of this? Ethan says no.
No, I'm blind to that sort of thing.
Jade
Okay.
doesn't drive, so then I'll pick Alex.
Okay.
All right, I'll do
So-
it. But one of you needs to keep an eye on the rear view.
I will definitely be doing that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
All right. Where are we?
You are currently by the Dairy Queen, trying to head to the Home Depot, which I think you're looking for the one that's north, correct?
Yeah.
Like north from where you are. Okay, Alex McBen, this is kind of a confusing map. Not the best map to get from that place to where you're trying to go. I would like you to Peaches. You never rolled any ones on the last one, correct? It was no ones, just no. Okay. I would like you to roll me 8 d6s, please, to try and navigate your friends here.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Get me in the settings.
Oh no. Okay, there you go. 8. Beautiful. Okay, so I see 1 1 and no 6s, which would count this as a failure technically. You can burn a trait, but you only have that 1 that you can re-roll. So it's up to you on whether or not you would like to do that.
No.
No? Okay. So this is a failure. As you're trying to navigate, you and your group, to this Home Depot from the Dairy Queen. The roads are dark. It's hard to see. There's barely any stop. The only light you really have is coming from your headlights. You're telling Peaches to take a couple turns. It seems like you're going the right way at first, but then you end up facing a field. You don't know where you're at. And I'm going to darken a candle. As you guys approach this field, you do start to see a couple people or figures come out of the field towards your vehicle. We're going to establish truths. 1, the world is dark. Alex McBen, you are in charge of number 2.
I've got the next one.
Yep.
The map is outdated.
Okay. Yuzu.
Let's go perhaps with the field appears empty.
There are people coming out of it, which has already been established. So do you mean
been
like
established,
there's
sorry.
no like crops in the field? Because we can do that if that's what
As
you
in,
want.
like, it's an open.
Okay, sure. Yes, we can do that. The field is open. Okay. Peaches. Ethan.
What if?
I just want a blizzard.
The car is not stuck.
Not stuck? Is that what you said? Okay.
Yeah.
Jade.
I had an idea, but it requires 2 things to be true. It goes against something that's already happened, so it doesn't matter. I was going to say the crops are dry and I have a lighter, but oh goodness.
Yeah, no crops.
They're walking towards us. Not fast. Well, I guess we haven't seen them move that fast. The car is... Wait, do we say that the car is facing the field?
Yeah, it's just not stuck. Like, you just, you pull up to this field and you see these figures starting to come towards you.
There's enough distance between the car and the figures for us to make a like right angle turn to keep driving to a different... Yeah.
Okay. Ethan.
The car that we managed to get is a all-terrain SUV.
Ooh, that's a good one. And then the last one
Yeah.
is that you are all alive. So, as you pull up to this field, there is enough space between you and them, but the light is just sort of barely hitting. You can see figures moving towards you. As soon as the light gets to the point where it would normally illuminate someone, you see them kind of pull back away from you and then disperse in opposite directions. What would you like to do, Peaches? You're driving. Or
I'm
if
hip
anybody would
now,
like to make a
baby.
suggestion. Okay, so you are just driving now. Okay.
Peaches, I'm really sorry, Peaches. I didn't read the map right. I thought we were supposed to go past the Holiday Inn, and I missed it. I'm sorry.
Hey man, you're so fine. It's dark. This map is confusing. There's no Google Maps. I think
Yeah, it was probably
I
Apple
generally
Maps,
have a
wasn't it?
good directional sense a lot of the time, so I don't know where I'm going, but I'm trying to go in the direction I think is the hotel.
Sure.
It's a
Not
bit
the Home
tricky.
Depot.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky when we can't see the Southern Cross to actually
Right?
find where we are.
It's how we
Yeah,
all
there's
get
no
around.
stars that you can see or anything. What if
Follow
you
the
could
migration of the emu.
do one of these things? Yeah, no
Should,
emus. We
vibe
don't.
it out.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Let's put the Moana soundtrack on.
There you go.
I'm gonna try and drive until I can
Far
find
out go.
Until you can what?
Until I can find a street sign. At the moment I just want to situate where we are and see if we can connect that to the map.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so as you are driving, you can't catch an actual street name. There's actually a couple street signs that you've passed that looked like someone's driven into them. You do see in the distance something that actually appears to be rather well lit in comparison to everything else, and that would be the Corwell Health Taylor Hospital. You have gone the incorrect direction. So you do see that in the distance, but that's about where you're at.
I guess we're going to Victoria's Secret, guys.
Wait, no, it's the
thing,
south one, isn't it? The
Oh,
Taylor?
yeah, no, sorry, I misspoke. You're at the northern one, so the Dearborn
okay.
Hospital, Corwell Health
Okay, yeah,
Dearborn
so
Hospital.
Victoria's
So
Secret, here we go.
you kind of took a left when you should have taken a right, basically. So that is what you kind of see off in the distance, and it is pretty well lit considering. You imagine they probably have some sort of generator, shit like that. And yes, you are kind of close to the Victoria's Secret.
We're also close to Home Depot.
And the gun shop.
Yeah, I'm sort of scared now that I think about it to go to the gun shop.
Yeah, I feel like that would be
Someone wants all the
everybody's
guns.
first thought. Yeah.
And they're like, no, I'm keeping all the guns.
You can't
We got
take
a
my
gun.
guns. That's exactly what they would do.
Take our guns.
Exactly what they would do.
Games.
I want a melee weapon. That's
the
what
person
Home
that
Depot
works
is,
there is
right?
inexplicably southern.
Yeah, it's like
Home
Lowe's.
Depot's I
Right.
don't know in comparison to you, but it's a DIY / gardening / building, the lots of tools and equipment type stuff.
Do they have sausage sizzles outside?
I don't think so.
Snag.
We should not go to Home Depot.
Oh, goodness. So, you see the hospital. You're able to kind of orient yourself. What would you guys like to do? Anyone can make a suggestion. Peaches is driving, but,
I want to take the car jack out. Oh, we're still driving?
Yeah, currently, unless you decide to get out.
A suggestion that we pull over and do it, right?
If we were going to pull over, I'd suggest that we go to the hospital, which is well lit, so that we're pulling over where there's lighting.
Yeah, park in the light.
Okay. So as you guys approach the hospital, you do see there's actually 2 cops pulled up at the entrance. Their lights are on, and you see them kind of waving cars in. It looks like this is almost like a place where people are getting sent to kind of hold out for the moment. It's not 100% fully well lit. Jade, you're killing me. It's not 100% fully well lit, but it looks like they have enough generator business for the moment to keep things fairly lit, keep the people inside alive, things like that. As you guys approach, one of the cops kind of stops your car and then just like comes up to the window and taps on it with his baton.
Hello, mate.
G'day.
G'day, buddy.
Hello.
Oh wow, you are not from here, are you?
No.
Are you
Okay,
trying to? We are currently taking people in. If you're looking for somewhere for now, we're not totally sure what's going down. We heard a plane crash nearby. Getting real weird reports. Have you guys seen anything on your way in? And he's like taking his flashlight and like kind of shining it at everyone. It seems like he's checking for like a reaction of some sort.
They're aware of the weakness of the things. Well, that plane
I'll take
crash.
my seatbelt off.
You're gonna take your seatbelt off?
Yeah. We came from the airport, so.
You came from the airport?
Yeah.
Okay, how are things down there?
We kind of got out very quickly, but not great.
Okay. Why don't you folks just get inside? There's people inside to help you get set up. Just park your car over in that lot over there, and he kind of like points to like this like parking garage. And we got people there to escort if you need it. So, stay safe. Keep an eye out. If you got any lights, I don't know what it is. It seems like there's some weird people and they don't like the lights. I don't know if it's drugs or what, but you know, stay safe, move along. And then he just kind of gestures you to go towards the car park.
Thank you, sir.
See what he says, Peaches.
Yeah, okay. I'm like,
Okay.
shaking. Okay, yeah, all right.
Cool. Okay, so it's a parking garage, so you have to go in and then you kind of go up. So you're only going to make it about halfway up just due to the fact that there's so many people here at the moment. But you're able to find a space. You get out and there is a woman who comes up to you guys with a clipboard. And she just knocks on your door and like gives you like a little, hi, what are your names?
Hi, I'm Peaches.
She starts like writing it down.
And I'm Yuzu.
Okay.
You might say.
Ethan.
Okay.
Jade.
Yeah.
We had an issue with the tire. I'm just gonna try and sort that out. I'm gonna go for the carjack.
Okay. All right. I'll go to the other car and I'll come back for you guys in just a minute then. And you see she kind of like walks over to like another vehicle that kind of like pulled in like a little bit after you guys and is like talking to them over there. Okay, what are you doing?
Just pick up the carjack.
Okay. You're just picking it up. You're not like doing anything with it.
Yeah, just have it in hand.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. She is kind of like occupied with the other vehicle over there, and I would say anybody would kind of notice this as she's like talking to the other one. You kind of like you can see the floor up above you, like just a little bit because of like how they're laid out in that like little twisty turny up. You see like a light up there go out, and then another one go out. What would you like to do?
I don't know. It's looking a bit spooky. I don't know if we
The
should stop
hospital still looks well lit, but it's
Yeah,
starting to like descend, it looks like.
it.
Do you guys see that?
It's looking a little.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
The lights are dimming.
I don't know if I
Maybe we
wanna
should get
leave
back in the car.
Yeah.
You can get back in the
I
car?
don't- The hospital feels like a bit of a bottleneck. Like especially if when we saw it on the plane, it seemed like other people can be brought into it. So highly densely populated areas are potentially really bad because a lot of people could be brought into whatever that thing is really quickly and be a lot bigger issue. So
As you're talking, another light goes out.
Yeah, let's stay in the car and just probably.
I think we should drive it. I think we should get out of here.
Mm.
You're getting
Home
back in the
Depot.
car.
I'd
You
agree
see,
with that.
as you guys like kind of like all jump back in the car, the lady with the clipboard like turns around and is like, where are you going?
Sorry, I realized I forgot my bag at the airport, so we're gonna go get it.
I wouldn't go back there if I were you.
It's fine. I really need it.
Okay. And she like kind of like looks back to the other person that she's helping and like gives you like a really confused like, see you later. Okay. So you guys are back in the car, and as you're getting in the car, there's more lights starting, and they're starting to go faster, like in this
Peaches, I
like
think you just
ripple
start the car
effect.
right now. Step on the gas.
Okay, the
Unless
car
you're not
started.
driving
You do
anymore.
have the light from your headlights
yeah.
and stuff like that. And as you're backing out of the space in the rear view mirror, you can see that they're like catching up to where you're at, and you do see like one person just like slowly walking towards your vehicle and down the car park. What are
Can
you
you say
doing?
that again?
As you're like moving, as you're like backing out, you see that the lights from above are starting to go out faster, and you do see someone kind of
Just the
like
last bit, though.
slowly walking towards the back of your vehicle. So they're behind your car, but they're just kind of like slowly walking.
There is the road that connects to the Home Depot, from what I can see on the map. So potentially we still want to get ourselves something. From
Yeah,
there.
We have an all-terrain vehicle. Why are we submitting
True.
ourselves to roads?
Oh, I'm thinking inside.
We
the
don't. Do we have to cross this river though? There's
Oh,
Rouge
think
River
it's-
in the way.
A river is a
I don't-
terrain.
But if we lose our tires in that all-terrain, we only have
It'll be
one
less
spare.
terrain. We only have 4 terrains. And
That
if we go to
person's getting
3/4
closer
terrain-
to your car.
I'm driving.
Peaches,
Okay,
I'm gonna
okay.
drive.
You're going.
We'll
Okay.
talk on the way.
Anybody who is keeping an eye on the rear view, which I think was Ethan, you see this person kind of like walk up to the lady with the clipboard, and she like turns around and looks confused, and you see that person's like jaw drop again, and that woman just disappears into the darkness behind her. And then you see 2 people starting to walk towards
I'm so
the back
sorry,
end of your
lady.
car.
I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
So you are zigzagging through this car park that is quickly dimming light-wise, and as you're pulling out of the car park, you see the lights in the hospital start to flicker. Those are starting to go out. There's 2 cops at the entrance, and people are coming in, but they're not going out. What are you guys doing?
Ignore
We
them,
need to warn
please.
people.
Ignore them,
We need
Peaches.
to- We gotta
There's
warn
cars in the
someone.
way.
We gotta tell them to get out. Like there's some level of moral responsibility on us. Like for sure we want to survive, but we need to make sure that we're not needlessly, even from a survival point of view, if we're just leading people to the slaughter, then that's a lot more bad guys coming after us.
Hold the horn down.
Yeah, I'm gonna start like honking, and I've got like I'm putting the windows down. I'm like, run, go away. They're coming, get out of the way, run.
You
Don't
see people
come in
kind of
here.
like turning and looking like confused at you, and then they kind of like see the lights flickering out too, and you see a lot of other people starting to like, anyone who's on foot is just running for where the cops are kind of like blocking off the area. There are still 2 cops parked there. There's a spot for cars to come in. There is not a spot for cars to go out at the moment because of how they have it blocked off. How are you getting out of this parking lot? There is, I will say, there is sidewalk and there is grass. It's not like you're fenced into this
There's a terrain.
hospital.
There's no fences. I'm driving.
Okay,
Sidewalk
so
with terrain.
Peaches careens off of the side of the, like going over the bumper, or the, what the fuck are they called? You know what I mean? The curb. That's the word I was looking for. I would like you to roll me 7 d6s for controlling this vehicle as you are kind of like rapidly going over this curb here.
I'm just like
Curb
yelling the whole
is a
time as
terrain.
well.
A curb is
Not
a
even
terrain.
like, not even any. I'm just like, ah. Okay, I got 1 6 and 1 1 again.
Okay, so you lose the 1, but you are in charge of how this goes. So tell me what happens here.
Okay, again, I'm screaming. I'm driving over the terrain, but I am trying to find a road again because that's where it feels more controllable for the car. We all go bumpity bump over this weird curb stuff, and then we just drive. And
Okay.
I don't know which direction we're driving. I'm like, someone figure out where we are and where I'm going. And we're going. We're getting out of here.
Right, scanning for road signs.
Okay, sounds good.
The screaming has fucking sent me, and I am holding my ears closed.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
Just head down.
Gotcha. Okay. You do see a sign that says Rouge River, and then you do see a sign that's got like a little arrow that's like Home Depot, Tactical Edge, Victoria's Secret, insert store here. So you do have some direction. It's kind of hard to see because it's just your headlights lighting it, but you can pick a direction. So I'm going to need somebody to choose where you guys are going next.
I'm pretty committed to
Someone take this map off me.
Who's taking the map from Alex McBen?
I'll
Yuzu
grab
took
the map.
it.
No,
Yuzu. Too much risk. You need a
Yuzu's
break, right? For now
Yuzu's
again,
got it. Okay, Yuzu, I would like. Well, you do have the signs that you used, so that's good. But I'm gonna say you're choosing to tell Peaches where to go. So
Right.
it's where would you guys like to head to?
I'm still vibing Home Depot, but I'm willing to have a discussion. I just think, in terms of supplies, it's probably a good place.
Okay.
I think we're all committed to Home Depot.
Sounds
We
good.
also probably don't have time for a discussion. Like, we're driving
no.
and
Never
there are
mind.
signs.
Peaches
Sure.
to America Bunnings. Off
Okay.
we go.
So you do have to cross a bridge to get to the Home Depot, and you do see it up ahead. It is over water, and you do see one person in the middle of the bridge just standing there, and they're just kind of like swaying back and
They
forth.
ask you riddles.
I stopped driving.
Okay.
Why are we stopping driving?
You're
I'm
like
driving into this person.
Get the person, Peaches! It doesn't matter!
No, what if they're not bad?
if she did stop
It
because
doesn't
she's
matter at
driving, you do see that person swaying. They kind of like start to back up a little bit.
I could fix them.
Turn on your high beams. If they don't like it, hit
They're
them.
already on. My
Okay,
high beams are
high
on.
beams are on. This person is starting to like slowly back towards the bridge, but you can see their face. This looks like a normal person, but they are like almost grayscale, and their jaw is like slowly dropping, but they can't do anything because the light's on them. Who's keeping an eye on the rear view? Okay.
I've taken my eyes off of it to
I don't
point and
think-
be like, hit them.
Okay.
So I don't think anyone is.
Okay. What are you doing, Peaches?
I'm gonna kind of, as they're edging backwards, I'm gonna keep edging forwards.
Okay.
An edge
As you do that, you hear on the back of your car, and you see like a palm print, like Jade, like right by your face in the back seat, like a grayscale palm. And as you kind of look past it, you can see that there's things climbing up the side of the bridge and starting to like pull themselves up. What are we doing?
Well, I've got my phone still, so I'm going to turn on my torch and point it at whatever's at the back window for sure.
Okay, the one that's palm was there. As soon as the light hits it, it like yanks it back away. Anybody else in the car doing anything?
Okay, I think if I've noticed that Jade is doing that, I would also turn on my phone light.
Yeah,
and start pointing it at
like
them.
Bring it out the
Nice.
window.
Okay, so as like these like hands are like reaching for your vehicle and like the beams of light touch it, you see like them like kind of like yank away, and then they're Peaches, what are you doing driving wise while this is happening?
Oh, I hear something behind us and I panic drive. I'm
Okay.
just like,
Okay, so that person that was like standing there slowly, like the closer you get to them, you see them get down on all fours and literally just crawl back into the darkness. Like the closer you get to it, the jaw's like literally dragging on the ground. I'm gonna need, let's say, you haven't rolled it a little bit,
No, I
right?
haven't.
Have you rolled
No.
it all? Peaches,
No.
you rolled a 1 last time, right? So Yuzu, roll me 6 d6s, please.
All right, I'm scared.
I am very
Or
afraid.
neither 6s nor 1s.
Okay, so that is a failure. Ooh, so you can't even re-roll. That's just straight up a failure. Okay.
Yep.
So, Yuzu, as you're like trying to help with the flashlights and the navigating and stuff like that, you're trying to help Peaches keep an eye on the front, and then also still trying to beam lights through the back and on the sides and all of that. You turn your phone when you go to tell Peaches a direction, and a hand just busts through the window and grabs you. Yeah, you are currently grabbed. As this happens, fortunately, Peaches is gunning it, and this person is dragging along the edge. They still have a pretty big grip on you, and you start to hear that. But as soon as it feels like you're about to get sucked in, they end up losing their grip, and you get off of the bridge. And we are going to lose a candle here.
That's cool. I'm traumatized now.
Okay.
That's my new trait.
We we are going to do our truth. So, 1, the world is dark. Yuzu, you're gonna kick us off because that was your role there.
Truths don't have to be positive every time, right?
No. You be whatever you want. It's anything to move the story forward.
Yeah. Well, I think I've just noticed that I have been scratched by whatever it was. Only lightly pierced, but still.
Sure.
There's
Okay.
some claw marks.
So Yuzu has a scratch. Peaches.
We've lost the rest of the creatures off the car.
Okay, good. Jade.
So this all-terrain vehicle, we got in it very quickly, and we haven't really gotten well, except Alex, I think, at some point. But we didn't realize that it has big chunky floodlights on the roof, which we haven't found the button for yet. But we don't know that, but it has floodlights.
Okay, cool. Ethan.
Nice and simple. We make it to Home Depot safely.
Okay. And unfortunately, we only get 6. So our last one is that you are all alive. How is everybody feeling? Does anybody need to take a break real quick?
I need a wee.
Okay, we're gonna take a pee break, everybody. I'm gonna throw the be right back card up. So you know, don't panic, don't freak out. We'll be right back for at least a little bit, you know. It'll be fine. And we are back. We're back. Let me see here. Is all my stuff on? All my stuff's on. I think we are good to go. Okay. We just established truths. You guys are down to 6 candles. There is a Home Depot in your presence. It does not appear to be open at this time. It is not lit. But you are there. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna take my hands off my ears. What just happened? Why is the window smashed?
I'm hurt. Things did not go well on the way here. I don't know
So
exactly how to tell you.
We're all in agreement that these things are real now, right? We've all seen that stuff. We all have the same sense of urgency now that Alex and I have experienced
From the beginning.
I would say so. Looking at these marks.
Wait, you?
What happened to you?
You have to quarantine him.
I got a little grabbed. I'm sorry to report, but that's why the window's broken. One of them got to me.
I got a first aid kit from the fucking airport.
Thankfully, Peaches hit the gas and shook it off, but I have taken some damage. Whatever, in a normal way. However you say that normally.
Sure. So, Jade, you're trying to like examine the wound and see if you can do anything with the health kit that you have, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My main question, first of all, is if there's any discoloration of the skin. Has he begun to go grayscale from the marks, or is he otherwise just a flesh wound?
It just looks like a flesh wound.
Sweet. Cool. Good.
Okay.
Yeah. There's probably bandages
I'm
and
just
stuff.
naturally
so I'm just
pale. That's all there is to it. I swear.
I think when I hear this, like I was already stressed, but I think like I get another notch of like stressed.
Sure.
Okay. Well, yeah. So I'm just gonna do my best to like clean the wound with whatever the fuck is in there, and then like wrap it up. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna like make you roll for that. You're just trying to bandage it. You're not trying to like, do surgery or some shit. Oh no!
Asphyxiate
Next scene.
myself with the bandage.
Yeah. Whoops. You accidentally bandage up Alex and Ben instead. Okay, so you guys have dressed Yuzu's wound. You are in the dark parking lot of the Home Depot. You don't see anything at the current moment, at least not in your headlights or your phones or whatever sources of light you have at the moment. What are we doing?
What is it
I'm
that we
idling
want
the car. I'm not turning it off yet.
You're what? Sorry?
I'm idling the car. Like I'm not
gotcha.
switching it off, and I'm leaving the lights on.
Sure.
Okay, guys, I really want an upgrade from this jack. Is someone going to come with me inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a good idea to wait.
definitely.
If someone wants to wait with the car, we can do that. But maybe you should get close to the building.
2 and 3, but
I mean, the entranceway, it's closed, but is it just like glass automatic doors? Like, would we damage the car significantly if we just drove into the front?
It's like, okay, so there's like a lot of, like, I would say like the outer edges in like the corners are glass, and then the actual doors themselves are like solid in the middle. So you can like see through the sides and like the above portions, but like the actual doors themselves are like real doors, metal bars kind of separating all of those things.
Maybe we don't have to risk the car. I could just smash it with this.
Yeah.
I've got the jack.
It was more if we could get sort of like be inside already, so if anything did go down, we could like, or also have the headlights sort of inside.
There might be a button on the other side I can open those. Are they like double automatic doors?
It looks like that's how they traditionally work. Like, it kind of looks like those doors where, like, I don't know if you guys have these. You probably do. It's like you can pull it, or there is like a handicap version where it will open itself if you need to. But those don't work right now at night, and also due to lack of power.
Heard.
Can I try to do it manually, regardless?
Just like straight, like yank the door open, or
Yeah, and maybe like jam the thing in and try and lever it.
Ooh, okay, yeah, I'd let you try and do that. This one probably is going to be a roll, so it would be 66s this time.
It just does it when I go hit the setting.
Oh no, you're good. Oof. Okay, so this would be a failure.
Well.
You have 2 1s and no 6s. So what you can do if you want to is you can try and use one of your traits if you can find a way to work that in. Or you can take that as an L. And then
Can you explain like what that is? If I were to sacrifice, like burn the vice or something, what does that mean?
So you would get to re-roll your 1s, but you have to find a way to like work that into your like role play of how you're handling the situation with that vice or virtue.
Right. I'm gonna burn the vice.
Okay. So how are you working that into the story?
I'll look at. So is it gonna be like one of those 4-pointed jacks or something?
Sure. Yeah.
Maybe.
I'll make that up
whatever
to
it
you
is.
because you grabbed it, so it can kind of be however you need
Yeah.
it to be.
And I'll say, Wait, you're not supposed to use this one. You need this one for leverage and flip
Sure.
it to like a different tool.
Okay, yeah, sure. You can do that. So now you can re-roll. Was it 2 ones that you had? Yep. So you can re-roll those 2 ones and pray that one of those is a 6.
Just the ones, because it'll do everything at once.
Yes. Just take it down to 2 dice. Why don't we do that? So if you can take your thing down to 2 dice, and then we'll just do it that way. Oof. Okay. So, I will say for this is a failure. So you're messing with the jack. You're trying to get the jack in there. It's not quite lining up correctly with the door. It is meant for cars. So as you're trying to like rig this thing up, you hear like a snap, and the door does creak open a bit. So it is opened. It did kind of work, but the jack has fallen apart in the process. And you do hear from inside the Home Depot something dragging. You don't know what it is. You just hear a dragging sound. And we have lost another table. And we are going to establish truths outside of the door of this Home Depot. So, 1, the world is dark. Alex McBen, you are in charge of 2.
There's an employee inside that's making the sound.
Okay. Yuzu, you are in charge of 3.
Sorry. My first thought there was just that the dragging sound is the employee just like shuffling stock, but I don't know if that's a stupid thing to do.
No, you could do that. You could do that. Okay.
It's not.
listen.
It's
Why not? Serious
fucking Joel.
overtime.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Peaches. 4.
So we've already established that we did get the door open. We just lost the jack. Is that right?
Yes. I mean, it's in
Oh, it's open.
pieces. Yeah, it is open. Just barely,
Oh,
but
cool.
it's I mean, you can open the door, but the jack has broken and you hear something inside, which is an employee shuffling things around.
The tool shop, like the hammers and things, are right near the entrance.
Okay, that's a good one. And then 5, you are all alive for now. As you guys bust that door open, you hear that like shuffling stop, and then you see a flashlight pop up, kind of like pointed in your general direction, and you just hear, "Hello?"
It's okay. We're just looking for shelter and some supplies.
How do I know you're not one of those fucking things?
Shine your flashlight at us.
Yeah.
That would involve
Ethan,
me
don't do
coming
the thing you
closer
were
to
just
you,
doing.
and I don't know how I feel about that.
Maybe
my
I'll pull
mouth-
out
We've got a light
on myself.
Yeah.
My mouth can only open so far.
Sure. Shine your lights on yourself so I can see you. Okay.
Ooh, dramatic.
All right. You can come in, but shut that door behind you. And you see a person, like, they were shuffling stock, but they're shuffling it to barricade the door, essentially, which you have just bust open. But they're there. Where did you guys just come from?
I don't remember.
What?
Where did we come from?
The hospital. Oh, the river, then the hospital, then the airport.
Okay. You have a what happened to you?
Oh, it's just a scratch. We had a little run-in on the way here, but
One of them scratched you?
Just a little, but I'm just naturally pale. It's fine. I swear.
Is this like zombie rules? Are you gonna like...
I haven't felt it yet. You saw the light. I seem alright.
You stay outside.
Oh,
Come
no.
on.
Someone stay outside with them, at least.
Well, am I still in the car?
It's up to you who came in. Are you still in the car? That's up to you.
We probably want someone at least at the wheel.
I think I was still like idling the car last that we.
Oh yeah, you said you were. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, if it'll make you feel more comfortable, I'm happy to go back to the car. Let
Yeah.
us.
I don't try. I'm no offense, man.
It's all good.
I'm not trying to get like yoinked. You know.
No worries.
Do you guys
are gonna
sell
make sure
sheds?
Peaches is all right.
Like whole sheds? Yeah, they're like way in the back there though.
Can't we just lock him in there?
I'd rather you just not be in the building, if you know what I mean.
People
Let's
are
just get what we
dying
need
out
and leave.
If you want to try and convince them, you could roll. It's up to you.
No, I'm gonna listen to Jade.
Okay. Okay, so Yuzu, you're going
What is
back
the
out
first
to
one?
the car with Peaches? Okay.
Yep.
Cool. All right, what's everybody else doing?
So what are we trying to get? Alex wants to get a new melee weapon.
Which are right by the door.
Would like to get... I think melee weapon's a good idea. I think, based off the situation, we can't necessarily rely on electricity. That will run out eventually. I think something that will produce a lot of light and we don't have to rely on electricity. I think if we get a bunch of flammable stuff, that might be helpful. Fire might also hurt them more.
Gas
would they
bottles?
have?
I think gas
Well,
bottles.
We could also be pretty straightforward if they have like camp. Do they have like camping stuff?
Yeah,
or is it
we
just general?
We got camp stuff. It's kind of like a little bit before the shed stuff. Aisle 13.
Because like, okay, well we've got to go check out aisle 13 because there's actually these types of torches that you can like whir up and they self-charge. You don't need to like, you don't need to have batteries for those. You just keep them running.
Yeah. I'm also thinking just like part of me does want this to become I'm Kurt Russell, this is the thing. But is that the right person? Yeah. So I'm thinking the John Carpenter's the thing. I get it. So a part of me is also looking out for like weed killing like backpack sprays that are metallic and won't melt if I fill it up with petrol or something. And I'm also looking if I can't find that because that feels like a hard one to find. They're usually made of plastic. Aerosol cans and a lighter. Those are my sort of main thing that I'm probably looking for.
Okay. Are you like asking the guy about it? He kind of like points you in the direction of like all of the things that you're looking for. Look, just don't take everything. I know it's crazy out there right now, and to be honest, I don't get paid enough to stop you from taking anything. All I ask is that maybe you help me barricade this up on your way out so no actual crazy people come in here. I'll take that as payment.
I think that's pretty fair.
All right.
I'll agree to that if you tell us another way out of here. I don't want to get barricaded in here forever.
Sure.
How else can we get out?
Okay, so if you help me barricade the front, there is an exit in the back through the storeroom, so we could take you out through there if you wanted to. Or you could help me barricade in the storeroom, I'll let you out front, and then just shove the rest of the shit in the front. Up to you guys.
Okay, deal. And I'm taking this. I pick up a crowbar.
Power to you.
Sweet. Yeah. I'm gonna help barricade stuff. And if I come across one of those big canisters used for weed killer and something flammable, I'm going to grab both those things and a lighter if I can find one. But yeah,
sure, they'll have that, and they'll have like the candle lighter.
Big lighters,
yeah. Not like a big, but like the longer ones. You know what I'm talking about?
Ones, yeah.
Better.
Yeah. And then Ethan, what are you doing during this whole split up? And also, Jade, are you helping him barricade the front or the back? Which way are you trying to go out?
because we still kind of want a way out if we decide to leave out the front, because that's where the car is.
Yeah, that's where our car is.
If the store is dark, I am apprehensive to go towards the back. I do want to help though. Well, I think I'll go toward. If someone else is coming with me, I'll certainly go towards the back. But I do want to offer this person, like the employee, whilst I'm helping, like, if this goes to shit, like, staying here might not be as helpful as you think. I think being in a group of people where we have a consistent source of light seems to be helpful. I would also have to ask the others, but as far as I'm concerned, you can come with us.
Where are you guys going?
I'll go with you.
We don't know exactly.
Excuse me.
We're trying to get to a hotel where our friend is, but other than that.
What's up?
Excuse me, Greg.
Sure.
Is anyone else here? Did you say your name was Greg?
Yep.
Gerald?
It's Greg. Greg.
Greg.
What?
Is anyone else here with you?
No, I certainly hope not. Well,
Okay.
I mean, there were people here earlier, but they got, yoinked.
They died here.
Well, outside of here. We were out having a smoke break because we noticed that all the power went out, so we kind of just all went outside for a minute, and some, weird fucker came out of the woods and just, You ever played Kirby?
Yes.
He kind of just, and then, ate him.
Right. That's consistent with our experience. Okay. Can you take us to where Jade wanted to go?
Yeah.
Greg?
And he'll...
Mr. Greg?
Mr. Greg. And he'll start... Sorry, I just read the chat. He'll start taking you guys that way. Ethan, are you with this group, or are you with Peaches and Yuzu? What are you doing here?
I'm going on my own. I'm going to go to aisle 13, try and find these batteries, as well as try and find something that I want, a Swiss Army knife, or something small that I can put on my person, and just have that as a backup before I and also try and stuff it all into a backpack if I find that. And then regroup once I've got all that stuff with Jade and Alex.
Okay, sounds good. Ethan, I would say that you're able to find those things, and as you're going to look for Alex and Jade, you just hear from behind you, "Can I help you with something?"
Jesus Christ! Flipping around and putting my flashlight in my flashlight. Yeah, my new little chargy flashlight going and turning it around towards them.
Yeah, that's really, really bright. Could you turn that down?
I'd really prefer it if you turned that down.
I'm gonna keep spinning it as long as you keep talking that way. I'm gonna slowly back up at the aisle.
He starts to also back away from you with the light, and you do see that he's got a name tag, so it does look like another one of the guys. And he looks a little irritated, and he does that same thing you saw the other one do, where he gets down on all fours, and actually instead of just crawling backwards, he crawls backwards up one of the aisles, the actual shelves.
They climb now.
They have the high ground.
Alex and Jade, you do hear from the direction that Ethan was in, you do hear that same voice, but way more muffled, and a little bit of stuff kind of rustling around. And then Peaches and Yuzu, while you're outside, you do see someone who looks like they're walking around the building a bit.
I'm gonna look at Greg real angrily.
Or is honking the horn?
Hey, Craig, I thought you were alone.
What? I
You said you were alone.
I thought I was. I thought I was. Was that one of your other friends? Did your friend come back in, the one that got scratched?
I'm gonna move towards the sound and say, Jade, just stay away from him for now.
I'm gonna hold my light.
I'm going over this.
Look, dude, and he's like flashing the light on himself.
I want to find this sound.
Okay. You can hear like some like clattering, and it sounds like it's coming from like up above. And you do see Ethan kind of like backing out of an aisle, like towards you, viciously cranking his flashlight.
Ethan, what is it? Is there someone else here?
Yes, and they're on top. Above.
Okay. Fuck.
I'll look up to see if I can see what it is, where it is.
You see, as you're looking up, it looks like someone's like kind of like perched, and like their head is like kind of extending like way too far from their body and like lowering like above but away from where Ethan is facing with the light. Like it's almost like the neck is extending and like kind of like wrapping around the side of the aisle.
I don't like that.
I think I'll tug like the back of Ethan's shirt and just sort of pull us away, and I'll say, keep the light on it.
Okay.
Oh, and look. Okay.
Ethan, as he kind of like turns you, your light sort of like shifts and like faces like the thing, and the face is like maybe like 3 meters away, and you see the jaw start to like open down, and then you just hear again, "It's too bright in here. I would prefer
it if you turned the light off, please."
Okay, Alex, you grab Ethan, and I'm going to grab onto Alex and hold onto something in case it tries to start sucking, so I can sort of keep us down.
Ethan, what are you doing, since you're the one that this thing's kind of like focused on?
I'm trying to match its gaze and like crank this thing. Crank this soldier boy, and also be like, there are lights in my backpack, I have more, get them out, start using them, because my arm is getting tired.
Ethan, I'm gonna have you roll 5d6s for me, please.
Roll your boy. Tell him.
Roll your boy. Oh, it is not good. It is no 6s and 1-1.
Okay, if you'd like, you can burn a trait to re-roll the 1, or you can accept this one as a failure.
Oh, this is very, very bad.
Yeah.
But the odds of me getting a 6 are extremely low.
They are.
But then we'll have less dice overall. This is such a tricky situation. I'm going to burn my vice in this moment, just so I hope that we don't lose another dice.
And then do you have a way to work that into our story here? Your vice?
Yes.
Okay.
Similar to Peaches. Something people might not know about me. This is very uncalled for, but I'm a bit of a control freak as well. I love to be very controlling over things, and so it's time to start. Since people haven't been listening to me, and we're getting into all this shit right now, I'm gonna need you guys to, grab those fucking lights out of my thing, unwrap the packages, and start pointing it at them. There's probably another one up there. Jade, you are going to look up and above. Alex, you are going to point at this one so I can have a break. We're gonna take it in alternate turns. Greg, you are gonna go and tell the others about what is happening when we're gonna back out. We're gonna get the hell out of here, alright?
Sure, dude. go ahead and roll your six. Hopefully your 6.
Greg, it's a 2. It's still a failure, but we don't lose the dice.
Okay, so but you did fail, so a candle goes out. So what happens here? As you are yelling these things, you are so caught up in telling everyone else what to do, you kind of slow down, and the light starts to flicker, and the voice. Thank you, Ethan. And it starts to like crawl down towards you guys. You need to get out of here. Greg has fallen down. He is freaking out. You do still have your bag. You do still have a thing in your hand, but the amount of time that you've given it, it's starting to make its way towards you. So we are going to we darkened a candle. We are going to move on to our truce phase, of which we only have 4 this time. So 1, the world is dark. Ethan.
I make it out safely.
Okay. Alex McBen. Number 3.
I yell to Peaches and Yuzu, and they can hear me.
Okay, gotcha. Yuzu. Oh no, actually that's it, because we're on 4 now. You are all alive. For now. So, as this thing is starting to crawl towards you, Ethan, you're able to get the light like lit back up, and you are backing up quickly. Jade and Alex McBen, it's up to you to get yourself out, because it appears as though Ethan is just moving, and you're either catching up with him or, you know, you're out. So it's up to you guys what you would like to do here.
Yeah.
Light it up, Jade. Ethan seems to know what he's doing.
I'm going to... Yeah, he's running, so... at this point, I've got the sort of makeshift thing, and I've got a lighter, so I am going to light it with the nozzle facing behind me, press on the thing to get a spray of whatever the fuck is in this at the moment, some flammable weed killer that's going to make a plume of fire as I run forwards. But it's not a sustained fire thing, it's just a one shot that's going to take some time to dissipate.
Sure, okay. Yeah, you're able to get that lit up, and it kind of like reels back, but Greg's on the ground. So this thing starts to crawl over to Greg, and you see it drop its jaw, and it just... Greg is gone. For a second. And then you see another Greg appear, and this time, instead of them just standing up, you see almost like these tendrils come up, and you see this dark shape. It almost looks like their hands, and each person, the first one that you saw, and Greg, are like reaching towards you. Like there's like these tendrils almost coming from their back at this point, and both mouths are wide open. Alex, what are you doing here?
I'm just gonna yell to Jade. Run! That way, backwards!
Okay.
And I'm yelling out to Peaches and Yuzu.
And
whoever,
and Yuzu
I can't remember who
yep.
stayed in the car.
Oh, it sounds like Alex.
I'm gonna say, start the car!
It's already running!
Yeah, and Peaches and Yuzu, you guys saw that guy starting to come around the corner too. That person that was like coming around the corner, you do see them like kind of like get low to the ground and just start to like kind of crawl towards your vehicle.
Shine a light. I start honking the horn. I'm like, get out here! Get out here!
Ethan, you successfully made it to the car. Jade and Alex McBen, I would say you're like right about at the door, and as you're coming out the door, you look to your left and you see this like figure like crawling on the ground towards you. What are you doing?
Golf swing my crowbar at its head.
Okay. I'm also pointing the nozzle towards that direction and doing another pump as I keep running.
Alex McBen, I'm going to have you do a roll, but instead of a regular roll, this one's going to be a dire roll this time, which means that if you fail, something bad is going to happen to you. You are not going to die, but something very bad is going to happen. So I would like you to roll 4 d6s for me, please.
4.
No sixes. Now, this is the first time that this has happened in the game during a dire roll. There's only one time in this game where you get to control your death, and it's if you sacrifice yourself for someone who has failed a dire roll. Is there anybody who would like to step forward and assist Alex McBen in this moment? I'm gonna take that.
Yes, I will.
You're gonna die. I'm just trying to make this clear.
Yes, yeah, that is
okay.
The same with my character. For
All
sure.
right. So Jade, I would like you to narrate what happens for us, please, as we darken this next candle.
Yes, so I'm able to. Alex goes for the swing, and it's gonna like hit him for sure, but like I'm not even sure that's gonna do anything. So I'm able to sort of move my body in such a way to hit Alex out of the door so he gets clear, and then do my best to open the canister that I have with the lighter and just stick it in and ignite the entire thing.
Holy fuck. Okay, so you're going up in flames with this thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to take as many of these things out at once.
Okay, you like froze for a second. I was like, the timing. Okay, so Alex, you're going for this swing and you connect, and you feel as you connect, it wanted you to do that. You can feel it starting to kind of like suck you in, and Jade like shoves you out of the way, and you're able to scramble to the car as you turn back and you see Jade explode this thing Peaches is like gunning it backwards in reverse away. So you see the Home Depot essentially in flames. Jade is not in the car with you, and the creature is not anywhere to be seen. Behind the flames, you can see the two just waiting for the flames to die down. We are going to establish some truth. Jade, you have perished. You are welcome to stay here and chat with us if you'd like. Or you can just turn your camera off, but don't leave the chat if you could do that. But it's up to you. Oh, now these are all fucked up. Fuck, I goofed.
Should I turn it back on?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
I can do this.
I was gonna say I can always move them. Okay. Sorry. All right. So the world is dark. Alex McBen.
Did Jade, like, Jade's death was burning alive? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe my body got flung towards you. I don't know.
Pieces everywhere. The burning. The burning is figuratively burned into my mind, and I'm now seeing other people burn as well, whether that's happening or not.
Sure. Okay.
I can't get rid of that.
Sure. Okay. And then our last truth is that everyone except for Jade is alive. We are on our next scene. You guys have just pulled away from the Home Depot. Alex, you're probably a little fucked up right now. And where are you guys going? What are you doing? Sitting in silence.
Panic is setting in. I don't know. Seeing Alex like it's not encouraging. Let's put it that way. I'm not feeling good right now.
I think if I'm driving, I'm just like driving through tears. Like I'm like shaking, and I'm like. But yeah.
All I can do is try to offer some words. I don't know.
Let's turn the Moana
I'm going to
soundtrack
say
off, maybe.
Fuck.
Just out of respect, maybe.
what they would
They
have
appear in the stars as a manta ray.
Oh my god. Perfect.
A flaming manta ray.
Sure. As you guys are pulling away from the Home Depot and just, I'm assuming we didn't really plan a direction. We're just kind of driving. You do see off in the distance, you see a sign for the gun shop. You see a sign for like it's like a car museum, essentially. And you do see a somewhat lit hospital up ahead. I'm giving you guys a little distance. You've cleared some of the road ahead for now.
I'll break the silence in the car and say, guys, Jay just saved my life. That thing, I took a swing at it and it basically did nothing. I felt the impact completely absorbed as it sucked up the crowbar. I don't think anything's going to work against these things. Maybe fuck the guns. Jade had the right idea.
I don't think we want to make any more stops. If we can help it.
But then where are we going?
Then we should get to the hotel.
The hotel? Do we know how to get there from
Did
here?
anyone else pick anything up?
I had to leave, so I've got nothing from Home Depot.
I got these lights. Hand everybody a charging light. Something. But I'm going to keep the Swiss Army knife to myself.
So you guys are heading for the hotel. Okay. All right. So, as you're traveling down the road, you see more and more cars just kind of driven off the road. A couple of them crashed into each other. You have to drive around. There's not much in the way of light. I will even say that you get past the hospital fairly well lit, and as you pass it, you do see the lights kind of flicker off. So you've been able to, if with no stops, you've been making pretty good progress. You are almost to the hotel, and then you see the sign for the children's hospital. And in the middle of the road, you see about a dozen small figures just standing there, waving back and forth.
Peaches.
What are you guys worried about? Isn't the fire stopping them?
Not these children. I don't think we're too far away from the Home Depot.
You don't see that?
Alex?
No, you're pretty much there. You've made quite a ways just because all you're doing is driving so far.
I think Alex is talking about like you still see the fire, right?
Mm-hmm. I just conned on to that, but yes.
It's okay.
I don't know what you're seeing, man. I don't know what you're seeing.
Oh,
There's no one on
fuck.
fire. I think we just need to keep moving.
Who has the map?
I think I still had the map.
I gave it to Yuzu.
Yeah,
we know
Yuzu,
where
you
we're
guys
going?
are literally like at that children's hospital, like right down the road from the hotel at this current moment.
I mean, we just need to keep going straight, but we got to get through them somehow. Or I don't know if we can go around. There's a few side streets,
Just
but
swaying.
All right, torches out. Torches out. Everyone get your light.
Okay, Peaches, how are you doing this?
I'm I'm trying to steel myself. Because this is not something to do.
Okay. I'm going to have you roll 3d6s to see if you get through this. You do have traits that you could burn. I don't know what you rolled.
I got 1 6 and 1 1.
Oh, okay. So you would lose the dice, but it is a success. Or if you don't want to lose the dice, you can still burn your other trait, and then you still have all 3. It's up to you.
I think at this stage, it's worth having as many dice as we can. I'm just trying to figure out how I can work that in.
Because all you have left right now is your virtue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, you could find a way to work that in and burn that if you'd like to re-roll that one.
I don't know if I... Okay. Let me try this, and you can rule if it doesn't fit.
Sure.
So my virtual is that I'm resourceful.
Okay.
And I think while I'm like trying to steel myself, just like going over what we have, what we like, what's in the carry-on that I know of, what I know about that we grabbed, which is not everything. And I'm just trying to like figure out the best way out of this. And I'm taking in all of the buttons, and I'm like, oh, that's a weird button. What is that? And I click it, and it's the big headlights on top of
Hell
the
yeah.
SUV.
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead and roll your 1 again.
Well, let me burn this first because it's fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Set it on fire. Please don't burn yourself.
No, I'm good. All right. Okay, that was a 6.
Oh, perfect. Heck yeah. So you succeed. I rolled 3 6s. So you succeed. I have narration control. But okay, so these kids are like waving in the middle of the road, and you're fidgeting around. You look for the buttons. You're looking for anything to make this easier. You hit that one, and those lights come on, and the kids just sort of start to like scatter to the side. They're still moving, but you now have a clear path to drive through. Everyone's got their lights pointed out the window. You seem to be covered in all directions here. So, it is up to you guys. You are currently you're currently like pretty much right outside the hotel at this point. It doesn't look very well lit. It looks like there's a light source inside. You're not totally sure where it's coming from yet until you get in there.
I'm happy to try and see what's inside. Get out the car with me torch and have a look. Don't know.
Okay.
Someone's got to do it.
Sure. Okay. Is everybody else staying in the car, or is anybody going in with Yuzu?
I don't think I'd want to
Did
let
we
him go
find
by himself.
What was that, Alec?
You're gonna go with 2? Did we find the button for the floodlights?
Yep, that's what
that
you
were
just.
on the top?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will say, if you pull right up to the front and you have all those lights, at least the lobby will be like somewhat lit. There'll be like gaps in shadow of like where like the doors and things are, because the entrance to this building is like very like there's like a lot of glass. It's like very elegant looking, like it's a pretty fancy hotel. But if you pull right up to the door, basically, you will have light at least in the lobby.
So Peaches and Yuzu have got out of the car. Sorry, did you
Or
know
at
it?
least
Because I
have.
had my head.
I think Peaches is trying to decide if she wants to get out of the car.
At the very least, I'm like grabbing his arm, being like, "What are you doing?"
Okay.
We need to work out if there's a safe way in, and someone's got to have a look. We can't just stay in the car forever.
No, we can't. We need to go see if we can find Loon and see if she's okay.
I reckon we'll try the front door with our cranky torches and see how we go. But
If we maneuver the car so that the light fully covers the door, we should be fine. I will go with you.
right,
I think we should probably.
Can I
stick
just
to
grab
car.
Ethan's shirt again and tug it slightly?
Mm-hmm.
Ethan, have you noticed any changes in Yuzu? I'm a bit suspicious about what's going on with him.
I haven't noticed anything yet. But I'm wary.
I just have a bad feeling about him, so keep an eye on him if you're going to go too.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
have I heard this or am I not privy to it?
I think
Nah,
this
I'm
was
trying
like
to
a
whisper it
pulled
to
back.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had this.
Look at you and your Tim Tams. Okay. So you guys are all going inside, it sounds like?
I think I would argue for that, yeah. Like if Alex tried to stay back, I'd be like, "Hey man, are you coming? Are you coming with us? Like, come on."
I'll go with them. Yeah.
Okay. Ethan, are you going in?
Yep.
Okay. So, as you guys enter, it's dead quiet. There's no noise, at least for a minute. You do see, like, a little bit of light coming out of a room kind of in the back. There's, like, a thing that's labeled conference hall outside of it. And that's really all that you have so far.
I don't know. I feel like I'd want to at least
I'm sorry.
try to get closer and have a look at what's going on. I don't know. I'm intrigued, drawn to the light like a moth.
Sure. Okay. So, you approach the conference hall and you see, in the center, there's a big table and there's like a half fallen banner that says LoonCon on it. And in the corners, you see people like Jade off to the side in the shadows. You see people like Boogie off to the corner in the shadows, Rye off in the shadows, Raynor off in the shadows, Rivers off in the shadows, Loon standing in the middle in the shadows. And she just kind of looks at you and goes,
"What took you guys so long? We've been waiting for you. We haven't started yet."
We can't go in there.
I'm scared now. Might just keep my light up. Guys, I think LoonCon was a mistake.
Why are you all the way over there? It's so bright. I mean, like...
Good!
Just come on over here.
Get back!
You're not, like...
I'm probably just frozen at this point.
Scared, are you?
Can we get back closer to the car?
yeah, you can back up. You can back up.
Just like slowly.
I'm gonna climb on the
backing
car's
away.
roof.
Okay. Sure.
Just get behind those floodlights and hold them.
Uh-huh. Apparently,
Yeah,
Rye from the shadow says, "Peaches, give me a hug, bestie."
Yeah, I think I'm like backing up, and I think like if Yuzu's in front of me and if Ethan is close by, I'm trying to just grab their shirt, them back.
Sure.
With me.
Yeah, moving back towards the car slowly but surely.
I think I would probably have reached something of a panic breaking point and potentially just drop the light and run.
Okay. The light in the conference room does go out as you're starting to run away, and the people that are inside are starting to follow you out, but they are stopped by the lights that are coming out of the car currently. So you guys are safe in the lobby, and pretty much everyone's just standing there staring at you and just kind of doing that little Moana dance for you.
Get back in the car!
And Alex, you're on top of the car?
Mm.
Oh, okay.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Moments are just to be used at like any time, right?
Yeah.
Can't be used to like change dice rolls though, right? So it needs to be used beforehand?
Yes.
Then mayhaps I will use my moment.
Okay. What are you trying to do?
Yuzu's panicking. My moment is that I'll find hope when I find a way to protect Yuzu from danger. So I just kind of like grab him and shove him in the car, and I'm like, "Stop! Shut up! Get in there! Stop it!"
Sure. Okay, go ahead and roll the 3d6s. No? Anyone?
No, but no
Okay.
sixes either.
So, as you are trying to get Yuzu to calm down, the light on top of the car starts to sputter out, essentially. Your hope is lost. You no longer have a vice virtue or a moment available to you at this time. We are not going to darken a candle on this one, but you do not have access to that anymore. And you said no ones, right? Okay, so we're not going to take any of your dice away. You still have the 3. You still have the 3. And you guys are running back to the vehicle at this time. Yuzu is panicked. You are not able to calm him down. And Ethan, what are you doing currently?
I am probably like jumping in the back of the car, like in sort of like the SUV sort of open boot section.
Sure, okay.
Or like diving into the back.
Sure.
And trying to keep a flashlight in the back behind us as well.
Okay. And then Alex, what were you doing? You were...
I'm on the car roof holding onto the lights, and I look back into the lobby, and I'm like, "Learn bad! Are you in there?"
As you do that, you just hear,
"Yeah, I'm right here. Aren't you gonna come help me?"
Is Peaches in the car?
No, I don't think I'd be able to leave Yuzu if he's not moving towards the car.
Okay. Like, Ethan, get in the driver's seat!
I thought you wanted to come see me.
Not anymore.
We did.
Jumping into the driver's seat, hoping it's an automatic. If it's a manual, we're in trouble. I can't drive a manual. If it's all-terrain, I assume it's automatic.
So what are you doing after that then? So Ethan's in the driver's seat. You're yelling. I would say Peaches and Yuzu, you are starting to go that way. Like, it took you a minute, but, like, you are able to, like, head that way. You're not, like, frozen. But what are we all
Ethan,
doing?
get over to them.
Okay, I'll spin the car to the side as best as I can.
I'm going to try and push the floodlight or whatever they are so that it's pointing the right way still.
Okay.
And I've like grabbed onto Yuzu and I'm trying to pull him, but he is a lot bigger than I am.
Okay, gotcha. All All right. So Alex, you're on top of the car, right? And then everyone else is getting in. Okay. Ethan, where are you driving to, or what are you doing in this moment since you have the vehicle in your control?
We are. I want to make a break towards where I'd ideally like to go, but I don't have a map.
Sure.
Is probably slightly back the way we came, but try and like find the bridge over to the big river that I saw over to the side while we were making our way.
Okay.
Try and aiming to head towards Windsor.
Sure. Okay. As you guys are pulling away, and wait a second. Hold on. Okay, so Peaches and Yuzu, you guys are in the car. What are you guys doing there? Like, in the car? Are you doing anything currently? Or are you just kind of freaking out?
I think I'd probably still be not quite put together yet.
Okay.
But, you know.
I think I'd be trying to hold my torch up, but I'd be quite distracted.
Sure. Okay. Alex, are you staying on top of the vehicle, or are you getting into it at some point?
Stay on the roof, and I swing my head down to the window, and I'm like, "She's one of them! We have to get out of here!"
Okay. Alex McFadden, as Ethan is driving around, I'm going to need you to roll 3d6s to see if you're able to stay on top of this vehicle. This is going to be a dire roll again. You're doing some crazy shit, my guy.
My driving is pretty dire as well.
You ready?
Yeah. Hey, let's fucking go. Okay, what happens, Alex? You are in charge of this bit here.
Well, I managed to find my, footing, my grip on the roof of this car. I'm holding, the rail.
Mm-hmm.
Like the roof rack or whatever is.
Sure.
Yeah, there's,
mm-hmm.
And, everyone's got in the car. And we're going to drive away. And I will try to be manually turning these floodlights to face what's
Gotcha.
coming at us.
Okay. All of the people that were around the table, which you didn't see before, you can kind of see them now. Essentially, shadows of all of your streamer friends are currently following you through the darkness. And it appears almost, and you're probably the only one that can actually see this, because you're the only one with a light, and you're the only one who's been focused this long on a group of them. It almost looks like something is, puppeting them from the back. There's some sort of, mass behind them that has them all, connected as one thing.
Shoot my head down to the driver's side where Ethan is and say, "Just keep going, don't look back. Wherever you're going, just keep going." Open the fucking window! What? Don't stop!
I didn't plan on it!
We're on the same page then. Head goes
shit.
back up.
Okay, good. All right, Ethan, you are in charge of the vehicle right now. What are you doing?
Aiming to find that main bridge that goes down towards Windsor. I'm just driving and hoping that I can get that connected road. I'm not really paying attention to signs or where to go. It's mostly going as fast as I can to see if I can find that direction.
Cool. I would also like you to roll 3d6s to see if you're able to navigate, and you're doing so kind of panicked with someone on top of the vehicle. So I'm going to have you roll 3d6s here.
Wow. It's 3 5s.
3 5s is a failure, and you've only... Have you burned any of your traits?
I burned
the
one
only
of my
time
traits,
you can burn a brink is... Okay, so we can't burn anything there. Okay, so this is technically a failure, and I have a 6. So what's going to happen here is you are currently driving. You find the bridge. You find the river. and you're panicked. There's things behind you, there's things in front of you, there's things on each side of you, all of them just kind of waving, waiting for you to stop, waiting for you to fuck up. And you do. You go to make that turn onto the bridge, but you cut it too sharp and your car starts to go down into where the water is. Your car is crashing into the river, and Alex McBen is on top. I'm going to darken a candle. We have 2 left, and the only truths we have left are that the world is dark, and the 4 of you are alive. Your car is crashing into this river currently. What are you guys doing?
I'm bailing.
You're bailing. Okay, you're jumping
As
out
soon
of
as it hits the
vehicle.
water, I'm jumping into the water.
Okay, Alex McBen, what are you doing? You're on top of the vehicle.
I'm probably gonna have to jump, do a bomb into the water as well.
I was going to say, you probably have the best chance of doing that due to the fact that you are on top of the vehicle and are able to, you don't have to open the door and get out. Peaches and Yuzu, what are you doing currently?
I'm also trying to bail. I'm like, come on, get out, come on.
Okay. I will say...
Oh,
go ahead.
Oh, no, sorry. I was just going to say my arm's been hurting a bit more of late.
Gotcha.
It's been getting sore.
So, due to the fact that you do have that injury, I'm going to have you roll 2d6s to see if you can make it out of the vehicle, and this is going to be a dire roll.
Okay, yep.
Dun dun.
4 and a 3.
A 4 and a 3 is a failure. This is not going to kill you, but if someone would like to sacrifice themselves, they can do so.
You don't have to.
3.
Yeah, but I would.
Okay. You're making a sacrifice here? Okay. I would like you to describe what happens here, and it is going to end in your death as we enter our final stand with 1 candle remaining.
We're in the car. It's taking on water. It just keeps like glug, glug, glug of water as it comes into the car. None of the windows are open. And I'm scrambling to kind of open the door. I don't really know how car physics work, so let's say
it's fine. It's real. It works.
Great. I use my feet, my legs.
Raynor is correct. One of the windows is broken.
Oh, great. One of the windows. Great. I grab Yuzu. There's water, so we're kind of floating, and I just kind of like push him through the window.
Sure.
And as I try to follow him, my clothing gets stuck on the glass shards, and it just keeps like sinking and glugging.
Okay.
And I just can't breathe.
Gotcha. Okay, so for everyone else, Alex McBen, I'd say you're probably first to pop up. You're probably the least submerged at this moment. You pop up, nobody's around you. Ethan pops up. Ethan and Alex make eye contact. Too much time passes. Yuzu pops up. Way too much time passes. Peaches is not coming. We are on our last stand here. Everyone is going to die. The last thing that we have is that the world is dark. Alex McBen, Ethan, Yuzu, you guys are the last ones. What are you doing?
I swim to try and... It's dark?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to swim to where I think the bank is.
Okay.
Likewise.
Sure.
I'm probably catatonic at this point. Just thinking about my baby.
Sure.
He's gone. What do I do?
Uh-huh.
I'm just kind of treading water. I don't know. Unsure.
Sure. Okay. Alex McBen and Ethan, you are starting to head in the same direction, I imagine. At least one of you is following another. Your eyes have adjusted to the darkness enough at this point that you're able to kind of see each other. Yuzu, as you're sitting there panicking, Peach's head pops up above the water. She just stares at you and her mouth begins to open. It's taking in water. It's taking in air. What are you doing?
I feel like I'd probably go towards her at this point in my current mental state. I don't know.
Okay.
I've lost all hope. That's kind of it, right?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So,
Reunited.
as Peaches comes up, you have this moment of recognition like, oh, everything, you're there. It's fine. Peaches' jaw just begins to unhinge, like I said, just taking in water, taking in air, and you hear that familiar as you just have that moment of acceptance. Yuzu is no longer with us. Alex McBen and Ethan, you turn around and Yuzu's gone. Peaches is gone. What are you guys doing?
I want to talk, but I can't talk while I'm swimming, so I need to make it to the shore first.
Okay. I'll say you guys make it to a bank. I'll say you make it to a bank.
I look at Ethan and I'll say, dude, shit! How are you on fire? Did you get oil on you? I don't get it. You're in the water.
Fucking word. You knew. I get it now. I understand. You knew about this. You've set this all up. This is all some grand thing. I knew it. I saw it.
Knew about what?
You know something about this. I saw it when we crashed. We're supposed to be dead. Are you death? Is this some voyage? What game are you playing? And tell me what it is.
I'm nothing. I'm like you.
That's what they said, and they know my name. What is going on here?
Ethan, as you are having this argument, you just hear another exactly what Alex McBen just said, just off a little bit farther, kind of from the water. I'm nothing. I'm just like you.
I get it. I get it now. This is some sort of purgatory for me. You're not even real. This is just... I'm gonna get got, and I'm gonna wake up, and this is gonna be different. You're not even real. This doesn't even matter.
I hope you wake up. What is going on in your head right now? I'm normally the crazy one.
That's exactly what I would say to myself. It's just aspects of me. I get it.
Are you saying I'm you?
It's all me.
I'm the main character.
I am the god of this world. I made this up. It all goes away when I go away.
Now I'm going to hold my crowbar in 2 hands.
Okay. Alex McFen's got the crowbar.
I pointed at him like that, and I'm like, you stay back.
It doesn't matter, Alex, or me, or whatever you are. I'm gonna pull out my little blade out of my pocket.
Okay.
It's easier if we just both wake up.
I'm happy to do that, but I don't want to wake up with you next to me. Stay the fuck away.
You're not real. You're not gonna wake up. I'm gonna wake up. It's fine. It doesn't matter if you kill me or if I kill you. Why can't you just get that?
Then how are you going to wake up from this dream? How are you going to wake up from a dream?
The same way we all do. We fall.
Why don't you try that?
The ground.
It'll make everything better.
But I want to...
Dive into that river. It might cleanse you of this delusion.
If it's a delusion, I might as well do whatever I want while it's going.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Let's do this. Let's finish this. Whatever personality wins wakes up.
You are.
Come on, Alex, hit me.
I'm not playing your game.
Come on, hit me.
I'm not hitting him.
Ethan,
keep moving away from him.
If you're not gonna hit me, I'm gonna hit you.
Don't try it, Ethan.
We both know how this ends.
How does it end?
I wake up.
Then do it!
I'm gonna do it.
Wake up, Ethan!
Okay. This is interesting. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have you guys do some rollies. 1 dice. Whoever has the higher number is gonna decide how this ends right here. At least this particular instance.
Just one?
Yep, just one.
Just one dice. That's all
One
that's left.
Ethan, what did you roll?
I got a 1. It's so appropriate.
The duality of man. Alex McBen, how does this encounter end here?
Can I describe Ethan's movements, or can he give me a little prompt?
This whole thing here, if you want
it.
him to give you a prompt, that's cool, but it's up to you.
Okay, so he steps forward, and I take my crowbar and I swing it down at his knee.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm assuming, like, we're still on the riverbank, it's quite muddy and quite slippery.
Yeah.
So he falls down and then begins to slide into the river.
Okay. Ethan, as you are sliding down from the river, you see Peaches and Yuzu almost look as if they're walking on water towards you. On the water, the tendrils behind them, and you just hear that noise as you're drug into the water. Ethan, you have Eric. Alex McBen, you see all 4 of the people that you originally started this journey with on top of the water, appearing to walk on it towards you in this moment. What are you doing?
Leg it.
Okay, you're running. Okay. As they're kind of like walking towards you kind of slowly, like, you know, that serial killer, like, I'm walking, but somehow I'm still as fast as you are. That's kind of the vibe that's going on here. You see a light up ahead, but in between you and the light, it's that group of people from the hotel and the people that you showed up with behind you. Are you just continuing to run?
Yeah, at this point, I don't trust the light.
Sure. Okay. So you're running through the darkness. It's almost like hands are just reaching out at you from every direction. The darkness is not safe, but you don't think that the light is either. You are met with a wall of people. You haven't been able to keep track of where you're going, where anything is, and you're just surrounded by all of your streamer friends. And, you know, some random NPCs we don't care about. And they're all just staring at you with that mouth drawn down. How are you going
just
out,
start
man?
swinging in every direction.
Start swinging. Okay. So,
and I'm screaming.
Sure. Okay. So Alex, with his roar, just swinging through, everything is chaos. It feels like you're being pulled in every single direction. And then you just hear one last time.
Alex, I'm really glad that you can make it here.
And, I suppose, step forward, and the last thing you see is just that jaw drop and the and we are done. I would like to say thank y'all for playing. That was fun. The sacrifices were good. The little I'm not real, you're not real. That was good. I appreciate everybody. And real quick before we say goodbye, I am going to run everyone's last words one last time, and then we will say goodbye. So here it comes. Brace yourselves. Hello to my fiends and friends from down under. If you are watching this video right now, it's because I want you to come see me in America. We're having a LoonCon of sorts. I think it'll be a good time. I think we'll make some memories that we're never gonna forget. We're gonna be staying at the Athenaeum Hotel in Detroit. We can fly into Detroit and, you know, don't worry about a thing. All expenses are paid, so I don't want to hear any excuses as to why you can't come see me. I'm super excited to meet you guys. So, bon nuit, bon rêve, bonne heure de choses. Bye-bye.
Hi, Boo Boo. Just wanted to call to say that I'm running late, sorry. I got stuck in the office and I'm only just about to leave work. Can't wait to celebrate our 4-year anniversary tonight. I love you, and I'll see you soon.
Okay, we're on our way to LoonCon. We're out the door. Hi, Gremlins. We'll see you in a week. Be nice to your babysitter. This is gonna be so much fun. Loon, we'll see you really soon. Bye.
Okay, so if you're hearing this, either something went terribly wrong and you have pulled this phone out of the rubble, or you're me listening back to this so I can delete it later because everything was fine. But just in case, to my family, some of my family, I love you. Look, I know I get nervous about things, about traveling, about meeting new people, about going new places. And maybe this is just that. Maybe this is just another one of those moments. Probably is. Something doesn't feel right, and I don't know. But the sky looks wrong, and the plane feels wrong. And for once, I don't think it's just me. So, if this is it, I just wanted to make sure I got to say goodbye. I had some really good people in my life, people I wish I had more time with. People I should have told sooner how much they meant to me. But at least I get to say it now. That's something, right?
Hey, hon, you alright in there?
Oh,
we're about to serve lunch.
Yeah, sorry. Just needed a minute.
Well, take your time, but don't let the pasta get cold.
Right.
Not saying it's good, but it's definitely better hot.
Out in a bit.
This is the last time you'll hear my voice, 'cause I can't imagine you'll hear a thing through the dark and empty void. So I'll say out while I'm still alive. I love you all, and I hope you survive.
Are we on?
Yeah, now we are. Like, just now. Yay, welcome back. Look, everyone's actually alive. It's fine. We were actually just talking, like, a teeny bit during the thing, and we were like, maybe we should talk about that on stream so everybody kind of knows what's up. So everyone in this game had a brink that they could use, and I don't think anyone actually got to theirs, which is fine. But essentially, it's like the thing that you will do when pushed to like your absolute limit, but but you have to have used all of your other things before. So the only one who even had an opportunity to would potentially be Peaches. So we're gonna go over those because they did affect the end, at least, definitely. So let me see here. Ethan, do you want to kind of talk about what yours was? And then who got Ethan's? Who knew Ethan's fun fact?
I got Ethan's.
Okay.
Ooh. I'm not sure how much to really talk about it, but Ella, that my brink I chose was, because it usually gives you the prompt of I never thought I could bring myself to. I chose the word betray.
So, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, the way I worded these in the messages, they were all like basically the same, but it started with an image of insert person here appears in your mind through the encroaching darkness. And you feel as though if it came down to it, they would be able to, and on yours, I just said double cross, because that seemed like the best way. Double cross whoever you needed to in order to survive. He's capable of betraying any one of you. So that was Ethan's, was to betray. So that was something that they kind of like worked in like a little bit. Like you kind of sort of did it like in the Home Depot when you like were like, I'm just getting the fuck out of here. I'm safe. Jade, what was your brink and who got Jade's? Okay, Peaches got Jade.
Yeah, so my brink was, I never thought I could bring myself to leave someone behind. And that was specifically people within the group was how I did it. Because, like, we left, like, a shit ton of people behind. But because my loyalty, my virtue being loyalty to the people that I care about, I made it just specific to the group. So, like, theoretically, if I had not sacrificed myself for Alex, I feel like I could have, you know, with everything else done, that could have been my brink. But, yeah, there was no other situation, really.
And for that one, the way I worded it to Peaches was they would leave someone behind if they were holding them back and are capable of abandoning any one of you, essentially. Peaches, what was your brink and who got Peaches? Yeah, you got Peaches. And he was like, my wife? Why?
Mine was very similar to Jade's, actually. I had mine as I never thought I could bring myself to freeze instead of helping someone in danger.
Yep. And the way I worded it in the message was she can't be relied upon in times of need. She'll freeze when someone needs her most, even you, or maybe even you, because it was to Yuzu. And but
underwater, and I'm like,
is she gonna leave me? But no, she ended up coming through for you, which was very sweet. Yuzu, who got Yuzu's brink? And
I got Yuzu's brink.
Okay, gotcha. And Yuzu, what was yours?
It was something along the lines of like sacrificing a friend for my own survival or benefit.
Sure. And the way I worded it was he would rather see you or other friends fall than himself. He's capable of sacrificing any one of you. Because like if you're trying to like sow like little seeds of doubt like in here, because when you actually play the game, what you do is, like I said, this takes place like later into the darkness being a thing, whereas we played it like as it happened. What it's supposed to be is that you write someone else's. So it's actually phrased as, I saw you doing this thing. So it's something that they've already done technically, and they're capable of doing again. So I was trying to find a way to make it work for this game where like, it was like, you still are aware and there's still that like little like, something's wrong with you, but I don't know what. And then, let me see. Alex, what was your brink? And actually, Ethan got yours, because that's why there was so much drama at the end.
It was something like, I never thought that I would lose touch with reality, like believe what I was imagining over what was happening in front of me.
Right. And the way I worded it to Ethan was he like saw you like talking to yourself, and it sounds like he knows more than he should, which like from an outside perspective, that kind of would, if you were having all these like weird like kind of like almost like visions sort of, or like kind of like not like in touch with like the reality of the situation. But yeah, and then Ethan, did we already do everybody's?
We already did mine.
Okay,
That was
yeah,
betrayal.
okay, yeah. So everybody had like a little like thing in the back of their head about someone else where they were like, I don't know about you specifically, but I would like to say I appreciate all of you guys playing. That was super fun, even though it was, it's obviously it gets tense and kind of like, fuck, like a little stressful. And it's like, it's a game you can't win, but it's a fun story to tell. And I appreciate you telling it with me. And if any of the people watching are not following all of these fucking people, you should. And Jade doesn't currently stream, but has streamed before on other people's channels, and they have a bunch of cool ass art shit. And you should follow them on everything. And I appreciate everybody. And I think, did anybody else have anything to say? Because if not, I think we're going to look for somebody to raid.
Other than the obvious, thank you for running it, Loon. That was really,
yeah,
really fun.
yeah,
I
of
really enjoyed
course.
that.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope nobody's
really, really great.
traumatized for real. Let me see.
That was awesome.
Who
So
do we
cool.
have? Who do we have? I have somebody doing a birthday thing.
Great. Can I say as well, thanks to everyone else who was involved too. Like Loon's put a lot of effort into running this, but
Yeah.
thank you all for being part. It was really fun to play with all of you.
Yeah, making time and playing together. That was great. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. I would like to start doing one-shots on here like a little more often, but I also I liked being able to like make like the trailer and like the last words and like all the promo things. So like I want to make them like a spectacle when we do. So they might be like a little few and far between, but like when they hit, I think they're gonna hit, and I think that'll be good. Gosh, who do we want to go to? We got someone playing, what is this? Outlast Trials. We got someone playing Repo. 2 people playing Repo. 3 people. Oh my god. Okay, 1 million people playing Repo. Or do any of you guys have people on who you would like to maybe send some love to? I don't necessarily need to know them. It would be fun. It would be fun.
Yeah, not currently. Up to you, Loon.
Okay, cool. Well, I do have someone who it's not the same vibe, but it is their birthday and they're doing a big event. So I think we should go say hi to her. And actually, she's making some sort of shadowy looking figure on The Sims, which is interesting. Oh, Urkamus is playing a spooky vibe game. Actually, yeah, let's raid into Urkamus. Boom. And then I'm going to drop in the chat for anybody coming along, which you should. You get bonus channel points here, and it's cool. Copy and paste one of them's. Look at my mods go. I appreciate y'all. With that being said, I'm going to throw up the end card and say goodbye to these guys. And I hope everyone has a good night. Bonne nuit at the shows. Goodbye.
Bye.